Fucker on the beat.
We was wild in the tunnel, niggas got their shine circuit.
Boy, I'm so Brooklyn, niggas know my name. Shit, they said every time a nigga missing their chain. Had to do it for the dollars, I ain't do it for fame. Had to shoot 100 niggas just to work on my aim.
We ain't aiming at your leg, double tapping your brain.
Leave his body on the floor, his blood flow in the drain.
They light candles on his ad, we gon' spin through a game.
For 40 days, 40 nights, niggas making it rain.
You get knocked for that body, better not say a name.
Shit, we took the same oath, my chain and your chain.
I'm from the old Brooklyn, nigga, you know how we play.
This whole team get it, spread love to Brooklyn way.
I did drive-bys, nigga, book dice games, nigga. From picking after Blake, Birdman, the Miller.
My gun game sick, can't name a nigga illa. Had to fire on this nigga just to show him I was realer.
I had to
One more time, y'all. Brooklyn, wake the fuck up.
Let's go, nigga.
Let's go! Brooklyn! NYC!
It's your boy.
Number 13, wake the fuck up!
Herbs up. Big guns. I'm Bill Blast, Cool G Rat. Crack spots in Brooklyn with an 18, raised the murder rate out in Brooklyn.
I swear.
Tight robbed his own mom's church in Brooklyn. We was wild in the tunnel, niggas got their shine circuit.
Boy, I'm so So Brooklyn niggas know my name. Shit they said every time a nigga missing their chain. Had to do it for the dollars, I ain't do it for fame. Had to shoot 100 niggas just to work on my aim.
We ain't aiming at your leg, double tapping your brain.
Leave his body on the floor, blood flow in the drain.
They light candles on his ad, we gon' spit through a game.
For 40 days, 40 nights, niggas making it rain.
You get knocked for that body, better not say a name.
Shit, we took the same oath, my chain and your chain.
I'm from the old Brooklyn, nigga, you know how we play.
This whole team get it, spread love the Brooklyn way.
I did drive-bys, nigga, book dice games, nigga. From picking after Blake, Birdman, the Miller.
My gun game sick, can't name a nigga iller. Had to fire on this nigga just to show him I was realer.
I had to fire on my man, he was fucking with the ops.
Had to fire on this nigga, he was talking to the cops.
Had to fire on the nigga, he was fronting on my block.
Man, I fired on this nigga, he was looking at my watch.
I'm so Brooklyn, nigga.
And when I'm out of town, they call me Brooklyn, nigga.
From Detroit to LA to NC, nigga.
From Jersey back to the Barclay, nigga. To Labor Day parades on the Parkway, nigga.
The Callaloo dumbing in the Ark, my nigga.
I remember front the lab, letting it spark, my nigga.
I rep East New York from the start, my nigga.
And Crown Heights, y'all got my heart, my nigga.
Y'all know what y'all doing, right? Y'all know where y'all at, right? So what time is it, y'all?
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Top of the top, 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 and top of the top once again to the great people that's coming into the show this morning. Forgive me for not starting at 7:30. That was a dub. That was a cold-blooded dub. I ain't go to bed till about 3. Sitting up thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. I'm glad everybody all right. Shout out to the people that's in the building so far. There was a few people here earlier. I hope they come back through, but I'm going to still shout them out. My man Wiz, 8:45, was in the building this morning at 7. My man Shots was in the building at 7:20. You dig what I'm saying? Dog Soldier was in the building at 7:50. My man Wiz was back in the building at 9:46. You dig what I'm saying? We got Harley up in the building this morning, and she said if anybody want to play with her on GTA, hit her up at ShyBaby_215. _215. Dog Soldier still in the building. We got Newtown Heights up in the building. I appreciate you for pulling up. If it's your first time rocking with me, if you feel like you enjoyed the content, remember the word I said, content. If you feel it's like you enjoyed the content, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for you. You feel like you want to rock over here with us, this is what I need to tell you before you hit the subscription button. We don't do the disrespect over here. We joke, we play, we have great times, but we do not do the disrespect over here. We don't make fun of people's pain. We do not joke about people's ups and downs. We do not play with people when they're going through certain things. We will not contribute to nobody's demise or their mental health. Simple and plain, mental health is an issue that I don't play with. We don't play with. And the disrespect is an issue we definitely don't play with. You understand what I'm saying to you? We definitely don't play with. But besides that, you're more than welcome to come over here and have a good time. Because I don't know if you know, I'm the host, Big Dice. This is Team Guardian, and then you are now rocking with the best, you dig? I'm going to give some shout-outs to some people I think y'all need to make sure y'all get over there, too. And hit them up, you know what I'm saying? We got Dog Soldier in the building. Make sure y'all get over there and subscribe to the Dread, you know what I'm saying? He's in here. He got his own handle. He can put it up. We got Dog Soldier in the building. I need y'all to get over there to Zeke Black, Feed the Wolves. Get over to 050 The Movement. You dig what I'm saying? Get out the King Craigo. Get out the Zeke Black, Feed the Wolves. Make sure y'all get it to my man DW Shots. You dig what I'm saying? He busting it up 247. DW Shots with a Z. He busting it up with the photography and certain things pertaining to, you know, urban politics and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Hank McCoy Show. Shout out to the Hank McCoy Show. If y'all not subscribed, that's all caps. The Hank McCoy. That's 2 C's. MCCOY, not MCKOY. I got to tell Hank about that, too, because I'm related to Hank McCoy. I'm related to the McCoys. MCKOY and MC small c, capital COY. So that's some real crazy, ironic shit. But, you know, great minds think alike. God get us all together. First thing I want to ask y'all is, how are y'all doing this morning? How did you crazy motherfuckers enjoy your motherfucking holiday? Did you get too drunk? Did you get somebody pregnant? Did you get burnt? Did you go to jail? You know what I'm saying? Did you get beat up? Did you beat that cousin up from a couple of years back that came to the family house and you whooped their ass because they was drunk and they was talking shit from when y'all was about 12 or 13? If you did any of that, let your boy know. Oh, Harley, you know you got all, whatever you need, I got you, girl. Whatever you need, I got you. She said, excuse me, I'm trying to start my platform hard asking too much to go live. Nah, that ain't nothing. All you got to do is, number one, if you're going to, see, you got to go through your StreamYard first. You got to get you a StreamYard account. First, you got to set up your account. You already got your account set up on YouTube. Then you got to start a StreamYard account. You got to pay for your little nonsense StreamYard account. And if I'm not mistaken, I heard some people tell me they will give you a trial run for free. Just to let you to get, you know what I'm saying, get you a little aware of the dynamics of it and everything. But all you got to do is wait 24 hours. Once you initially set up your StreamYard, all you got to do is wait 24 hours. 24 hours, and you in there like swimwear. And then when you do get your little StreamYard set up and all that, come let me know. We gonna pop it off, you know what I'm saying? Like a New Year's Eve party. We gonna pop it off. Harley said she's in the building. She said she's dropping her content, and we definitely gonna support her. Stocky B24, I see you in the building. I see y'all pulling up in the building, man. I got some great stuff for you. Oh, we got a gift and a curse. Big Killer. Yo, Big Killer, you know you be scaring the shit out of me when you come in there with them eyes like that, right? You know you be scaring the shit out of me, right? I'm gonna do that shit back to you. Word up. Fuck that. You be scaring the shit out of me with that shit. Word up. I'm doing that shit back to you. Right back to you. Make sure y'all go subscribe. But she got her link. She could drop it. I done put the eyes back up at you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go subscribe to Big Killer. That's her right there over a Gift and a Curse podcast. I'm put the eyes back up on her. You know what I'm saying? Because got to look at you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, how was your Christmas? How was your Christmas, girl? Oh, she done put up 100,000 eyes on me. You see that? You know she from New York. She done put 100,000 eyes up. What the fuck was that about? I'm watching you too, girl. I put up a pair of eyes. She put up about, let me see something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She put up 10, y'all. I put up 1. She put up 10. She connected to the damn mob. She got niggas watching all over the place. But you know, no beef. Don DeMarco. Since we got some ladies in the building, man, shout out to my man, CEO Cassie. Do me a favor, y'all. Go over to HOB. It's called Hob Life. These is my mans from Brooklyn. Shout out to the whole Utica Avenue. You know who busted first. You dig what I'm saying? We got some women in the building. So this is how we going to do it with the CEO Cassie. Let's go. Tell me how y'all like this, ladies. I did that wrong. I did that wrong. Y'all know I'm bugging out. Let's go.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when it come to mine. I'm cautious, I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside, I'm like high from who? Bout to put your car on skates, you think you slide through. I help build my niggas, this ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means, I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas, I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from, what y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
I ain't gonna front too, Killer. You got a fire-ass intro. She got a couple of fire-ass intros over there. I might have to holler at Artist Morrison for motherfucking the best intro. Because, you know, they gave me the best intro last year. Y'all already know that. They gave me that last year. But I ain't gonna front, though. Big Killer got some fire-ass fucking intros over there. But yo, shout out to my man, CEO Cassie, y'all. Let's do it for Brooklyn, man. Let's do it for Brooklyn, y'all.
You never keep me guessing, her presence is my blessing. So that feeling, keep it protected. Street of missing piece to my necklace. These other bitches bitter and they desperate. Forever us, never them, that's it. That's it.
I don't wanna waste no time with you. I just wanna spend more time with you. I just wanna make you comfortable. I don't wanna waste no time with you. I just wanna spend more time with you. I just wanna make you comfortable.
Cassie and HOB. Make sure y'all get over there to HOB, Hob Life. HOB. It stood up for Hop Out Boys, but now it stands for Honor Our Brothers. You heard what I'm saying to y'all? I don't know if y'all heard about this, man, but it's kind of bugging me out. Is it me? Is it me? What's going on with the women today messing with these babies? Like, what's going on? Why? Like, don't get it twisted. We know we got these crazy-ass pervert niggas, like them niggas that be on Catching the Predator. Deaf to all them niggas. They need to be killed in the middle of the street. I ain't deaf to all pedophiles. But this is the part that's bugging me out, ladies. Respectfully, I'm trying to find out what's going on. No disrespect intended. I'm just trying to find out something. What's up with all these teachers fucking these kids? Like, what's going on, ladies? I know it's a bunch of niggas that ain't shit. I know it's a bunch of niggas in jail. I know it's a bunch of niggas that ain't even messing with y'all no more. They fucking with balls. They ain't fucking with the sugar walls. I gotta respect that, to each his own. But what is it with our sisters now? We see, first of all, we started seeing this all over the world, but what is it with this high alarming rate of our women messing with children? What is it with these women messing with kids? Lady, talk to me. Ladies, I need y'all, I need some help. I need some help. I need to understand something, because I was always told that when it comes to maturity, women, y'all advance mentally in a lot of cases 4 to 6 years more than a man. So like if I'm 30 and you're 30, your mentality is 36. 34 to 36. You're supposed to be ahead of me mentally. You dig what I'm saying? Supposedly. Do I agree with that statistic? No. But that's what they say in some searches. But what is it now that all I'm seeing right now, y'all, seriously, all jokes aside, is these older women messing with these kids in school? What is these young... And you know what? I'm guilty for this. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I am not gonna lie to y'all. I am not gonna lie to y'all. This is fucked up, y'all. This is really, really fucked up. But when I was in a high school, I was fucking with my typing teacher. I know that shit may sound like a joke that's on my beautiful mother, but it's the truth. That's a cold-blooded fact. When they told me that they no longer was gonna allow me to go to Boys and Girls High School, they sent me to an alternative GED school. First, they tried to send me to Street Academy on Marcy Avenue. But because of my record in school, I was always like kicked out of school for fighting teachers, administration. Always the teachers. The minute you put your hands on me, I'm swinging. I don't care nothing about none of that shit. My mother told me, don't let nobody put their hands on me. My pops told me, damn sure don't let nobody put their hands on me. My mother told teachers when she went to the school, if you have a problem with my son, call me and I will handle it. Do not put your hands on my son, because if you put your hands on my son, my beautiful mother told all my teachers and my principals, she told them this when she went up to the school, I told him to fight. My mother said that. You put your hands on my baby, I told him to bust y'all ass because you are not going to be disciplining my child. My mother said, I don't care what it is, what I have to do, call me at my job. If I can't leave work that day, I will come up there the next thing the first morning. And me personally, I don't know if y'all had a mother like mine. If my mother go up to the school, she gonna bust my ass. So I wasn't really with that, even though I used to, joke and play and all that. Back to what I was saying. When I left Boys and Girls High School and I was going to Vanguard on Fulton, I was about 17. Good morning, Pamela. How you doing, girl? I was about 17, 18 years old, and I was messing with my 33-year-old typing teachers. Cold-blooded facts. Cold-blooded facts. When I think about this shit now, she should have went to jail. When I think about that shit now, she should have went to jail. But I was a little more advanced as far as my stature, my maturity, and as far as experience. I'm not talking about experience with women because I was still a baby. I was still a kid. I wasn't running around like that. But I'm talking about my experience as far as being in the street. I've been packing bags and shoveling snow since I was 10 years old. So as far as being outside, you know what I'm saying? As far as being able to maneuver in certain things, and I had my little hustles where I got my little change with me and my friends, I was outside. But by the time I was in Vanguard, unfortunately, I was selling drugs. And that's a fact. I used to be going to school with crack. That's a cold-blooded fact. This is fucked up, but it's the truth, because I knew on the way to school, early in the morning, I would catch me a lick or two on the way to school. You had to be in Brooklyn to understand what I'm saying. You had to be in Brooklyn to understand. Walking to school, you will see a crackhead, or two, or three, or four. You understand what I'm saying to you? But me, I am guilty of that, and she should have been in jail. She should have went to jail because I was 17 years old, and me and her was fucking around. We wasn't chilling, we wasn't humping, we was fucking. I damn near was at a crib every night. My mother, she was so disappointed because I never forget, my moms came home from work one day, downstairs talking to her. My mother, after she left and all that, I came upstairs. My mother was like, "Who is that?" I said, "Yo, it's my little shorty I'm fucking with." She said, "That bitch look like she my age." I said, "Tell you the truth, Ma, that's my typing teacher." Because back then I'm young, I'm arrogant. I'm telling my moms, "Yeah, I got the typing teacher." My mother was infuriated. But I understand why she was infuriated. Check this out, y'all. Let's look at this together. This shit is getting crazy. I don't know what's going on, man. Word, I don't know what's going on. We got to find out what's going on. Let's see what's going on.
For joining us tonight on The Factor Uncensored, and plus staying up late with us, we truly appreciate it. Let's kick off The Factor. Scandal rocks the education system as an extremely popular educator is caught with her pants down, literally. High school cheer coach Adriana Williams is facing sexual assault charges. She went viral 3 years ago for this back-to-school rap.
What's poppin'? Brand new year and I'm locked in. Far as this teaching go, I am unreachable. I'm #1 in your top 10. Miss Williams, been poppin'. 2020 new school, you're dropping. No COVID-19, ain't worried about a thing when the economy ain't no stopping. I can teach your class.
I ain't gonna lie, she was jamming. She was jamming. Williams was arrested, however, Tuesday after a video of her in bed with a minor surfaced on social media. She has since bonded out. She faces 1 to 20 years in prison if found guilty. Tonight, we ask, what would drive a teacher to an act like this and risk it all, career and all? Joining us to talk about it, therapist Dr. Nick Hardy and educator Arnetta Murray. So,
now you see what they said. They done went and got a motherfucking therapist for this shit right here. For this shit right here, they done went and got them damn therapists. Cutthroat, I see you in the building, beloved. Salute to you, brother. That's the whole thing I was saying too, Pamela. I'm about to rewind that shit again. I was going to talk about that shit for a minute, Pamela. You caught that shit too? I ain't never heard no motherfucking teacher spitting like that. Let's go back to that right quick. Shit. She did that shit.
Proxy education system.
I never seen no teacher rhyme like that.
Popular educator is caught with her pants down, literally. High school cheer coach Adriana Williams is facing sexual assault charges. She went viral 3 years ago for this back to school rap.
What's poppin'? Brand new year and I'm locked in. Far as this teaching go, I am unreachable. I'm #1 in your top 10. Miss Williams, been poppin'. 2020 new school, you're dropping. No COVID-19, ain't worried about a thing when the economy ain't no stopping. I can teach your class.
I ain't gonna lie, she was jamming. She was jamming.
Like you
Williams
just smoked
was
a blunt.
arrested, however, Tuesday after a video of her in bed with a minor surfaced on social media. She has since bonded out. She faces 1 to 20 years in prison if found guilty. Tonight,
1 to 20.
What would drive a teacher to an act like this and risk it all, career and all? Joining us to talk about it, therapist Dr. Nick Hardy and educator Arnetta Murray. So, Arnetta, you're a teacher. When you see stories like this, what goes through your mind in seeing, you know, someone so popular?
Now pay attention to her. You know she got them boots on and she got that rage, them Afro puffs like rage. Pay attention to her now. She got that mask on. Look at them jeans, them thighs. This ain't no regular teacher here. Them ain't no regular jeans she got on. And check them boots she got on. Check out now.
Someone who was hailed as an educator, a leader, and then a fall from grace like this.
What was you thinking? That's somebody's baby. That's a kid. What were you thinking? That's all. You worked hard for all your educational statues, and then you decide to mess it up and mess with a kid. It just makes the profession, teachers like me and others, look bad. And it's unbelievable. That's, you know, I fight for teachers, but I don't fight for bad teachers or teachers that's going to assault our kids. I don't fight for that. So,
what do you think happens in a situation like this where you're an extremely popular teacher, a cheer coach, and all of a sudden you find yourself in bed with one of your students?
I think first of all, it's no excuse to be in bed with a kid.
Right.
Let's get that out there. But I think you've built this relationship with this particular kid, or these kids look up to you.
Grandma front. Grandma front. Grandma front. Forgive me, grandma front. She had a young boy, he be fucking her too. She talking that bullshit now. You see them pants grandma got on? Is it just me? It's just my opinion. No such thing as a bad opinion. How's she gonna say what somebody should do because it's just a kid? First of all, that young lady looks like she's just a damn kid. Ain't that some shit? Kev, I see you in the building. Salute, beloved. Top of the day, you know what I'm saying? She look like she's a child. It seems like we so judgmental when we're not in the hot seat. Black people, we got that yeah. Hispanic people too, yeah, minorities, we all the same. We all in the hood. Don't y'all know how we quick to point the finger when we're not in the motherfucking hot seat? Notice that? Let's get into this work.
You have these deviant thoughts, and then you just go down this slope. But you have to stay in your mind and know this is what? A kid. You can get I don't know if it was a female or male. You can get grown people that will participate in adult gangs. Why would you want to participate in this manner with the kid? Was that always a part of your liking? I don't know. I'm really shocked that you did that.
Dr. Nick Hardy, let's bring you into this conversation. We always hear when it's men and they're educators, they say it's power.
That's why I did this. That's why I did this show right here, because no offense, a sexual predator is a sexual predator. There's no such thing. Death to all predators. You dig what I'm saying? But when it comes to men, it seemed like it's highly targeted and spoken about. But now it seems like it's turning around and it's going straight to a lot of women. Number one, these teachers are getting younger and younger. They're not like us when we was coming up. When we came up, our teachers was 7,000 years old. They barely could move around back in the days. They barely had good teeth. King Crago, what up, boy? They barely had good teeth. Remember that? And then they would move back. When I was going to public school 167, this is around the era, I don't know if y'all remember about the foreign exchange era, where they was taking foreign exchange students and bringing them over here, foreign exchange teachers, foreign exchange doctors. They was taking people from the United States, send them over there to interact. There's people from other countries, send them over here to interact. You dig what I'm saying? And then you got to think about this now. You see how that girl was just rhyming? The teachers that we had, they was listening to Barry Manilow and Frank Sinatra and Barry White and Lou Rawls and Diana Ross and, you dig what I'm saying, Nancy Wilson and Dionne Warwick, Barbara Streisand, Patti LaBelle. These teachers today is listening to motherfucking NBA Youngboy. They listening to Trina. They listening to Ski. Every time you want me to see me on the street, Ski. I don't know who that girl is right there, but I pray for her every day. I don't know who she is. I don't know who that fucking girl is. But that girl, Ski. God forgive me. I hope her voice go. I hope she lose her voice. Ain't that some fucked up shit to say? I hope she lose her voice. You heard it on the Big Dice Show. She talking about her asshole is brown and her vagina is pink. Very disrespectful. I think everybody knows that. She talking about skin. Let's get to this work.
Control over. In a case like this, what do you think it is if this holds out to be true? She has not been found guilty as of yet, and we want to remind our viewers that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, it could be a number of different things. I do think power can still be in the equation, whether it's a man or a woman. But one thing that I know is consistent is there was a boundary that was crossed, and that boundary was probably crossed well before the actual act happened.
No disrespect intended to anybody's sexuality, but could y'all answer this one question? The solid gold dancers. Why are the solid gold dancers always called when something's going on pertaining to black people? Let's listen.
Viewers that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, it could be a number of different things. I do think power can still be in the equation, whether it's a man or a woman. But one thing that I know is consistent is there was a boundary that was crossed. And that boundary was probably crossed well before the actual act happened. There's this unhealthy gray area where a teacher or someone in a power position begins to gradually and incrementally push the bounds of what's appropriate.
Mm-hmm. And give us an example of pushing those boundaries.
Yeah. So one example is social media, where you begin to communicate with a student outside of the school hours or outside of the normal open lines of communication, when you start having these private conversations. I think that's one boundary that stands out the most. And a lot of times this is where it begins, because you start to create this casual relationship. And the reality is, I mean, you're a teacher, this is a student, you're an adult, this is a child.
And would you advise educators do not cross certain lines with students, like social media, like calling them to help them with their homework? Call their parents if...
Now you see that right there? I respect that. That's some real live shit right there. Something he just said, I had to fuck with him. He said, would you advise teachers not to be interacting with students on Facebook? How y'all feel about that? Talk to me for a minute, y'all. Seriously, how do y'all feel about that? How do you feel about your child interacting with their teacher on Facebook, on Instagram? What do you feel about your child following their teacher on Instagram or on Facebook? That, to me, I'm just asking. Me, I think that shit is weird. That's just my opinion. But tell you the truth, it's no such thing as a bad opinion. How do y'all feel about that? Is she going to be a sex offender? Of course. If she was found in a bed with him, there's a video surfacing. So you know what happened? Somebody was recording them in bed together. There's a video, brother. Cutthroat, there's a video, beloved. She done. You know what I'm saying? He said, I believe teachers may want to have a private profile. Pamela, she old school. She said, hell fucking no. That's a fact. First of all, this is how intimacy is shared. Number one, if my child is able to go to your Instagram page, your personal Instagram page, pay attention to this. My child is being able to see you in the real world, being able to see you with whatever you put on Instagram. Certain outfits that you may not wear to school that my child may see that may make them lust for you, male or female. Think about it. Teacher come to school every day looking like a hermit. You see her with her titties out. Oh, shit. I ain't know Miss Motherfucking Beverly had big titties like that. That's how them kids is talking, excuse my language. And then some of them little fast girls, because you know, some of y'all don't want to admit it, some of your daughters is fast. Don't want to admit it, some of them little girls is fast, just like some of them little boys is uncontrollable. They seeing them teachers talking about, I like Mr. Dennis. What I do to Mr. Dennis. Ain't that some bullshit? I got little cousins that I done had to scream on. Fuck is you talking about? Better take your ass and go get you a job before I done beat your ass up. I'm dead ass serious. My little cousins know I don't play with them like that. Don't be talking to me about no stupid ass shit like that. Go get your ass a goddamn job, stupid. Talking about what you gonna do to some boy or what you like about some man you wish you was older. This shit my little cousins down here be talking about. They wish they was older for they can talk to this man. I will punch you all in your jaw talking like that around me. Y'all can judge me how y'all want to judge me. On my watch, my little cousins ain't going to be running around acting inappropriately in front of me. I am not going to be interacting with my little cousins in them, especially pertaining to something about sex or drugs, or something illegal, or something that's going to get them in trouble, or matter of fact, that's going to have them fucked up, or traumatize them, or overexpose them to something that it's going to be my fault that they're going through something. Hell fucking no. Not on my watch. Pam said, it probably was the kid taking the video to show his homeboy at school. That's exactly what happened. Pam, you know great minds think alike. He was bragging, yo, look, look, I had, look what I had her. This man said, yo, let me get that. Send that to me, son. Just like Minister Society on that murder. Remember that? He dropped the bid at 10:47, but he waited till 11:03. He waited till 12:03. You know that's where you fucked up. Just like they gave that tape around with Kane over that body. Cutthroat said the teachers is smoking weed now. Ain't that some shit? Now that they done legalized marijuana, he's right. It's teachers now smoking marijuana with their students. Let's get into the rest of this work, y'all.
If they need help with their homework.
Absolutely. I mean, social media is obvious. A lot of times it can start with you calling a student after hours, and you may have pure intentions. You may want to help this child, but the perception of it is that, hey, here's an adult calling my child, it's late. And again, it just gets misconstrued, and you begin to, you know, just create this unprofessional relationship with a minor.
And I have to say this, that let's be very real about this. We take training to make sure we do not cross those lines. We take
Absolutely.
professional development.
Most of us did not know that. So what is that training exactly?
I mean, it's you know, like we have to have like, I guess 8 or 9 hours of professional development. I'm just gonna say 17 hours or whatever. But one was it was about boundaries, relationships, the type of relationships you should have with your students, with your parents, with your kids. We have been trying to not do that. And so, am I?
No, you're 100% right. I mean, every year, I used to work in the school years ago, and I mean, I remember providing training to teachers, to administrators about crossing these lines and kind of navigating these gray areas that could put you in some compromising positions.
And were you surprised that you guys had, because that should be...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
you
what
should know better.
We are trained to the core about cyberbullying, about relationships. We even...
I always told y'all it's something that I hate worse. It's nothing I hate worse than a black devil. She's sitting up there with yellow damn nails looking like the Joker girlfriend. She about 785,000 years old. Them jeans is a tattoo. And she's pushing that girl deeper and deeper. See, this is what I hate about people. How come it's only us that when I push our people down in the ground? Don't you hate how somebody overexerts themselves and overtalks? See, this is what I hate about certain people. You see how homeboy got up there and said from an unprofessional, it's unprofessional. Certain things should be stopped. Certain lines, just like my man Kev said, certain boundaries should not be crossed. This woman right here, if you pay attention to her, she's wicked. I know y'all be saying I'm crazy when I say this shit right here. She is a fucking fraud, and she's front. You see that mask she got on her face? Look how much she grabbed that mask. Look how much she is in fear because God is not in her heart. This is just facts. Y'all don't want me talking about God? Get the fuck out the chat. Excuse me, God. Everything she is saying totally contradicts how her actions are. See, anybody can say what they want to say. Pay attention to her. Why is she so overly just possessed or obsessed with disrespecting this child? Number one, yes, that's a teacher. Number one, yes, that's a teacher. The young lady but first of all, that's a young teacher. Number one, people have feelings. And just like people said, is it right that she interacted with him? Hell fucking no. Is it right that they interacted with each other should be the question. You see, this is what I feel about this. Sexual assault. When you manipulate a child and pull them up in a room and say, yo, you want to watch a TV show? I'm going to have sex with you. I'm going to sleep with you. No. Even though this is something pertaining to mental trauma, and this is a sexual abuse case, but on both sides there's sexual abuse because abuse is the back word. There's mental abuse on both sides. As far as the young man, what is happening in his household? Lee, I see you in the building. Salute for life, DCEP. What is happening in that young man's household with his parents that he's so comfortable with pushing up on a teacher? See, we done prosecuted the teacher. You dig what I'm saying? Fuck that. Throw her to jail and kill her, rock her to death. But let me ask you something. What happened in her home growing up to the fact where she would even contemplate dealing with him? First of all, they making it seem like she's 60 years old and he's 17. What if he's 17 and she's 23? What if he's 16 and she's 22? What if he's 16 and she's 21? See, I've never heard a situation in the hood, quote unquote, of people naturally being around each other, interacting with each other. Now check this out. The only factor in this case is what? The age, and because she is a teacher. But pay attention to this. Let's be real. Everybody in here. Pam, I'm talking to you, girl. Stocky B. Yo, Lee. Cutthroat. You mean to tell me y'all have never heard of a girl 16, 17, that might have been outside from a young age that's with a nigga 30, 40 years old? Okay, you never heard of a dude 21 or 20 years old getting out of high school, going to college, and his childhood sweetheart that he grew up with, she might be 15, 16, because they're both innocent. The brain doesn't develop to 21 to 27 to 29 years old. So pay attention to this. You mean to tell me interaction between two people is a crime? No. And I don't like the fact that they're making it seem like Pam is 100% right. But you know why it's wrong, y'all? Pam, tell me in your heart before I say why. Tell me in my heart, in your heart, Pam. You know I respect your opinion, girl. We got the now representation up in here. Pam, let me ask you in your heart, why is it wrong, though? Everybody in here, I want y'all to ask me something. Why is it wrong? I know why it's wrong, but I'm not going to say it yet. Matter of fact, I'm going to say it first. The only reason why it's wrong is because she's a teacher. If y'all agree, say y'all agree or disagree. The only reason why it is wrong because she is a teacher and he is a student and it is quote unquote been publicized. But if they was just in the neighborhood, if she lived in the neighborhood or down the block or around the corner, would this be such a spectacle? Now, if you look at things like To Catch a Predator, pay attention to what I'm saying to y'all. The show To Catch a Predator. When you see older adults, think about it, Cutthroat. An adult is 21 years old. An adult is 21 years old. We still don't even know how old she is. They won't even disclose this information. An adult is 21. From 21 up, you can drink. Remember, in the club, they say 18 to party, 21 to drink. Stocky B said, however, to me, there's a difference between my daughters and my sons. No, Stocky B. Stocky B, you family, so you got to go through that for this one. It's early in the morning, Stocky B. You got to go through this early in the morning. You're going through the 10-second. You've just put in time out for 10 seconds. You have just been stung by the great big dice, baby. That's the love timeout over here. 10 seconds in 1 minute. No, I agree to disagree. I love a conversation. He said, there's a difference between my daughters and my sons. Why? Why? There should not be a difference between daughters and sons. There should be the reality of age and what's right and wrong. That's right. She said, you see what she said? If it was my daughter and son, I would be furious. Or son. We have to think about that. Stop. No such thing as a bad opinion. Love to have a great interaction in the conversation. No, that's where we mess up. That's where we mess up, respectfully, brother. You know, big dice comes in peace. Don DeMarco, I used to have that same analogy in my head, so I'm not upset for the way you think, but we're here to help each other and heal each other. You might not hear it today, you might not hear it tomorrow, but we have to start dealing with equality. We have to start dealing with equality. When it comes to our sons and our daughters, we have to put the same emphasis on the structure of character that we are teaching them, men and female. Check what my man Lee said. Mentally, it is wrong because the child hasn't developed a whole adulthood. But hold on, Lee. That's what I just said. Remember when I was messing with, in Vanguard. But hold on, Lee. When we was outside 16, 17, 18 years old, hold on, Lee. Talk to me now. Talk to me for a minute, Lee. When we were outside, Lee, us, me, you, Deloville, Ken, Bo, Rum, rest in peace, Sa, Hook, Meg, all hell Meg, rest in peace. CBS, Half Dead, God bless his soul, Smiley. When we were outside, we had a different perception in life, Lee. and we were kids, don't get it twisted, but we were adults. We was forced to grow up. We was forced to grow up. Y'all see this hat I got on my head? I'm a Brooklyn veteran. Y'all see this shit on my head? I earned this shit. I don't just be wearing shit. I earned this shit. You dig? But let's get back into this work, because I don't like the way she's just overemphasizing. Let's go.
Training about social media, the interaction. We can't have too much interaction with our students on social media. But you have teachers that are...
Now that's exactly what I mean, Pam. That's exactly what I mean. When you got somebody like she said, you see what Pam just said? Everybody is not outside and some people are being taken advantage of. That's what I meant when I was talking about the situation with To Catch a Predator. When you got these older people, men or women, that's luring these children outside of their homes or trying to get into these children's homes that have sexual pleasures and advantages with them, when children are naive or they're overzealous, but they're babies. See, these the niggas I'm talking about should be differentiated and killed on sight, as opposed to this situation right here. I wouldn't have known that she was a teacher unless they said that she was a teacher when it came to her rhyming. She seemed like she was one of the girls on the cheerleading squad. And unfortunately, because we what? Products of our environment, certain things that we came outside and we were exposed to earlier, both of them are wrong. Both of them went through something traumatic in the home or growing up, if she think it's right to mess with somebody that she is employed to teach when she's not even supposed to go over that relationship. She knows a certain thing and a certain boundary, like my man Kev said. This should not even have thought about crossing her mind. It's going to be so many young boys. I grew up liking my tea. Hey, girl, I just lucked up when I was in motherfucking Vanguard, but I'm talking about when I was younger. It was teachers I said things to, and they said to me, boy, you must be out your mind. The next time, do not, this is what they used to say to us. If my line cutthroat, first of all, the next time you say something to me like that, I will take you to the principal or I will have you, quote unquote, removed from my classroom. Am I lying, Lee? But a lot of these young teachers that ain't talking about, yo, who got them perk 30s, y'all? Let's get into this work.
Are doing that. And you have to understand, I guess,
do those tend to be, I want to be the cool teacher, I want to be the hip teacher?
Yes, I want to be but
the popular teacher.
Yes, but that's still, we are still trained not to do that in our trainings. So it's a choice that they decided, so you got to deal with the what? Consequences, period.
And Dr. Hardy, would you recommend more intensive training for teachers? Are there just some people who are ticking time bombs waiting to do this, no matter what you teach them?
Yeah, I think it's a both and. I think you definitely should be more intentional training, especially with
Taki B back in the building,
so
y'all.
many access points. You know, it's not just I see you in the school. You know, I can find you on social media, I could see you out and about. Definitely more intensive training. But then you also have certain individuals who prey on minors, who prey on individuals who are in vulnerable or compromising situations.
All right, Dr. Nick Hardy, Annetta Murray, educator here.
That's some real true facts, y'all. Shout out to Luciano Baby, Way to Black's artist, and shout out to Stunner Dior. Check out what she talking about. Let's go through this break right quick. Let's go, y'all.
Let's Let's keep it real. Do you love me or not? In my feelings, my hands on the block. I've been drinking and spinning a lot. How you tell me you love me but fuck with the ops? Bitches lying is making me hot. Niggas dissing my name over dots. Lost my heart when I lost my reflection. Lost my mind when I went to the box. Lie to me more, baby, say you the one. Take a trip to the moon or the sun. I'm toxic, not fun.
She not it, you dumb.
Yo, my hot shorty throwing me off.
You too basic to fuck with a boss.
Always be lying and fiending for dick.
Tighten up, niggas pissing me off.
I hear voices in my head, and they screaming out everything dead. How you wrong, and you strong. Bitch, I'm special, and you add. I hear voices in my head, and they screaming out everything dead. How you wrong, and you strong. Bitch, I'm special, and you add. All these years and I'm still in the streets. Off a pill and I can't even sleep. If it's something that's stuff we can meet, I just pray that you keep it discreet. Cause I know that you niggas gon' tell, and I know y'all wanna see me in jail. Like, let's keep it real. Do you love me or not? In my feelings, my hands on the block. I've been drinking and spinning a lot. How you tell me you love me but fuck with the ops? Bitches lying is making me hot. Niggas dissing my name over dots. Lost my heart when I lost my reflection. Lost my mind when I went to the box.
Let's keep it real. Fuck if you like me or not. If you touch me, we'll sit in the block. It get hectic, this shit gotta stop. See me out, then they hating the spot. Is you dumb? Told you I do this for fun. Most of my G's on the run. I can be fucking with bums. I'ma bust it like a beam. Send a text and leave the scene. I can squirt to make it cream. Heard you rap, I make them sing. Like, yeah. Heard you rap, I make them sing. Like, what? Grab a op and make them, Your phone? You know what? Hello?
If this ain't a Brooklyn chick right here. Shout out to Stunner Dior. Shout out to the princess.
Who the fuck is this? Do you know who this is? Bitch, who the fuck is calling you right now? Who the fuck is calling you? You need to stop fucking playing with me. I'm tired of this shit. Why you doing me like this? Why you doing me like this?
I got options. All these voices they saying I'm toxic. Like, I got options. All these voices they saying I'm toxic. Like, toxic. I got options. All these voices they saying I'm toxic. Like, all these options. They saying I'm toxic.
Let's keep it real. Do you love me or not? In my feelings, my hands on the block. I've been drinking and spinning a lot. How you tell me you love me but fuck with the ops? Bitches lying is making me hot. Niggas dissing my name over dots. Lost my heart when I lost my reflection. Lost my mind when I went to the box.
Stunner Dior Luciano, baby. Big stunner. You know this shit gets hard at the top.
Y'all niggas can't fuck with me when it comes to this music. I'm telling y'all right now, I'll blow drops. I'll blow them. I go crazy. DMW Shots is in the building. We got Artist Morrison stopping by. Yeah! Oh yeah, my man Artist said to let y'all know that the YouTube Awards is going to be pushed back. Yo, Artist, you still in the building? Let me know if you're in the building. It's something I got to tell you. I got one idea. You got to take this idea from your boy. You already got the red velvet cake, but I got to give you the motherfucking vanilla icing to put on it. Can you dig it? Let me know if you're still in the building. I got something real important to tell you. You hear? This is what I need you to do. Don DeMarco, this is the icing on the cake. This year, the people, when you do your live, drop your StreamYard. Make sure you keep your StreamYard. You keep dropping your StreamYard. Shout out to R&B Tizzle. Make sure y'all go to subscribe to R&B Tay. Make sure you keep your StreamYard dropped. Just like the awards. Whoever wins the award, right? Have them call up. Give them like 2 or 3 minutes to pull up and call up on the show to accept the award. Thank you, quote unquote. If not, do it just like that. Since such and such is not here to accept their award, since they didn't call up to accept their award, I'm going to accept it for them. Just like the awards. That's all I wanted to tell you. Yeah! Stocky B said, the age of consent in New York is 17 legally. That's not an adult legally, but the legal age of consent, I'm 5'6". And our era is we all outside. We did everything outside. That's the era that's different. Facts. See what Pam said? Excuse me, Miss Pam too. Excuse me for saying it like that. A good example of what can happen when you mess around with a young mind. And shout out to Miss Pamela Godson. Oh, copy. That's a good idea too. Copy. I got you. That's a good idea too, Art. That's a fact. Shout out to Wax. He always scream out Miss Pamela Godson. He always says how much he respects her and he admires her, how she holds down the now. And she does nothing but come over here and interact with us and holds us down. And she's one of the people that say, yo, Dice, the show, if y'all missed that show I did Sunday pertaining to Jesus Christ, when I brought Farrakhan up with the best preaching ever, I would advise y'all to go back and check that show. Everybody was putting up the pictures of Jesus and doing la. I broke down. I was so honored to be able to be one of the first people, besides the minister, in this sector that actually broke down the whole meaning of Jesus Christ and who he is and who he was, what he stood for and what he represented. And I'm so honored to see all the people that came in attendance the other day for that. Now that, to me right then, that's when I looked at the numbers. It was 33, 34 people in the building. We was talking about God. Now to me, that's to me, that was beautiful. On some real shit. Artist said somebody clapped this channel too, y'all. He said we got YouTube rats. Artist said he ain't playing that shit. Artists don't like that shit. This is why, you know what I be trying to tell y'all, yo? I'm so funny about, that's why I don't be trying to talk about people. You dig what I'm saying? But one thing YouTube told me. One thing YouTube told me, that's how I beat my strike. I can show y'all my page. I'll put it up. I ain't got no strike. I beat my strike because this is one thing YouTube told me. Once somebody says your name in a derogatory way or thumbnails your name in a derogatory or a hateful or spewful goddamn content, you have the right, the person that's being talked about, have the right to respond. You have the right to respond. It's called a respectable rebuttal. That's why I used to always say respectable rebuttal. YouTube taught me that. But you got to know how to say what you are responding to, why it affected you, and why you feel as though you have the right to respond to it. See, because first the computers is going to go over the shit and they going to strike your page. Thomas, I see you in the building, man. For real. Happy holidays to you, beloved. Thank you, Pam. She said the content was fire. See, but with YouTube, when you get your first, when it strikes you, like when I got stricken, you dig what I'm saying? That was a computer that struck me because of something that was said by somebody, someone formed. Everybody know who it is. Fuck it, ain't no problem. They struck my page. The computer accepted the strike for harassment and bullying. The computer, the YouTube computer. If you notice what we was doing the other day when we did the show on Facebook and Instagram, they was telling you how they got computers that's scanning stuff, you know what I'm saying, in totality. But when I said I refuse and I am appealing my strike, I had to verbally express to them why I said what I said, what was the reason why I said what I said, why I felt offended, why was my name slandered, and why did I feel as though I had the right to come back with such an aggressive response. When I did that, YouTube said, you were right. That's when I put it up on my community board. YouTube hit me with the email. I never forget. That shit came across my phone because I really don't be looking at my emails like that. That shit said, you are no longer demonetized. Please go to your YouTube studio and set up all your Cash App, your super chats. True story, Don DeMarco. And then they sent me a paragraph telling me, after carefully reviewing my appeal, they found no reason for my channel to be stricken and no reason for my monetization to be off. Immediately, my shit was back. You dig what I'm saying? Immediately. So I tell people, that's why I don't really be talking about niggas in real life, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. If you hear me say something about a nigga, I wanna punch him in his face. I ain't gonna front him. I still got some working on. I ain't gonna front. I don't really be talking about niggas. If you hear me talk about people, it's in a good way. It's in an honorable way. That's just how I am. If you hear me talking about somebody, it's in an honorable way. It's something about them that I see that's special or important, and I'm gonna speak on it. Simple and plain. Now, if you see me around one of my mans and something come through that I don't fuck with or something that ain't right, definitely gonna be telling my mans I don't fuck with that nigga and watch that nigga because the one of them there a snake, my you. You dig? But unfortunately, I had to learn the hard way. Some of these niggas on YouTube ain't never been around solid niggas. Some of these niggas had to blend into certain crews and shit to be protected. I didn't. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to my DSEP niggas. See, DSEP ain't choose me. My OG didn't want me around that shit. He took me to a DSEP party that was so dangerous, he was hoping that I wasn't going to be a DSEP. DSEP ain't chose me. I chose DSEP. All hell mad. Long live rum. DSEP didn't choose me. I chose DSEP. It's a difference. But back to this. To the ladies that's in the building. I got a little freaky question. Pam, you still here, girl? Holly, you still in the building, girl? This is a question for the ladies. Yo, fellas, how y'all feel about this, ladies? Gift and the Curse, you still in here, big killer? Let me tell y'all something. This right here is real. This is crazy right here. This is fucked up. This is fucked up, y'all. I want to ask y'all something. Yo, fellas, y'all ever seen a woman masturbating on the beach? To the fellas that's in here right now, let me ask y'all something. Have y'all ever seen a woman masturbating on the beach? Not your woman. Even if you have seen your, matter of fact, it could be your woman. Have you ever seen a woman masturbating on the beach? But what I mean by this is, have you ever been walking around on the beach or coming back from the bathroom or coming back from the shore or, you know, and it happened to catch a woman masturbating on the beach? Have you ever did that, fellas? Ladies, have you ever masturbated on the beach? Yo, Shots, you ever seen a woman masturbating on the beach, Mayo? Yo, Thomas, you ever seen a woman masturbating on the beach, Mayo? You know, Thomas got that Cubano. He got that Cubano blood in him. Anifeto palo piseleta. Pam 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 pam. Quininte petilaito a. Billemeto. Telemundo. See that? DMW Shot said he did. Shorty was getting it into it. Pam said yes. Pam said yes. I want y'all to check this out right here because this is fucked up. This is fucked up. Do I think that's right? Nobody should be on the beach masturbating or jerking off. You know how they gonna feel if it's a man. They go, oh, that nigga's a pervert. You better watch him. But they won't say that about a woman. They'll say she got a problem. They'll be like, oh, she must be crazy or she's just free. If a man is sitting on the beach and he's just masturbating, oh, he's a pervert. Grab your kids. Go call the police. They doing that shit for women too now, y'all. So, ladies, if you be on the beach rocking with that little thing, you carrying them little roses and them bullets with you everywhere, you better not get caught on the beach because your ass is going to jail. But this shit right here is sad. Pay attention to this right here. This is sad. This right here gonna bug y'all out. This is gonna bug y'all out. Listen to this story. Watch this story right here. This is crazy, man.
She's shamed to death over an embarrassing incident on a beach.
Don't do this to me. Are you serious?
That's the question swirling after this woman, a realtor, was found dead. Police body cam video starts with cops approaching 35-year-old Christina Revels Glick.
Yeah, multiple calls about you.
Cops say witnesses saw her using an adult toy on the beach.
I'm sorry, I was stressed out.
She's put in cuffs.
This is ridiculous. What am I being arrested for?
Exposure. She says she thought she was by herself.
A family saw it. They had kids. What? There was nobody around me.
She's led in cuffs through a restaurant near Savannah, Georgia, and taken to a patrol car. The incident was reported on the Smoking Gun website under the headline, "Woman Busted for Pleasure Session on Beach." She was said to have gone on a downward spiral following the report and ended her life. According to the coroner's report, the cause of death was gun.
Did y'all hear that? Pam said, no, Dice. I was saying, yes, I'm still here. Not to the masturbation on court. No, I haven't seen that. But did y'all see this shit right here, y'all? This woman killed herself. May she rest in peace, y'all. This woman killed herself. She was so embarrassed and felt so ashamed that she was arrested She said, I'm sitting over here chilling by myself. Nobody was here. She was like, yo, I was mad stressed out. I'm trying to get me a little love. I'm trying to get me a little nut right quick. Pardon me, y'all. But I shouldn't have to go to jail. They walked that woman through a straight bar in handcuffs. You can see she's terrified. You see she's terrified. Terrified. Let's look at this story right here. This is fucked up, man. This is fucked up right here, man. This is fucked up, man. Check this out again, man.
Beach. She was said to have gone on a downward spiral following the report and ended her life. According to the coroner's report, the cause of death was gunshot wound to the head. The manner of death is certified as suicide. Neighbor Garrett White let local police into her apartment. He spoke to Les Trent about the beach incident.
You do not believe this was handled correctly and the police should not have been called?
No. Because look what it led to. Somebody taking their life.
A sad end after a single indiscretion on the beach.
That woman killed herself over that shit. Don't y'all forget Harley said make sure y'all get over there and subscribe to Harley's Philly Finest. Yo, Harley, the woman is on the beach. She started loving on herself. Somebody called the police on her. They lock her up. She never been to jail. She's so embarrassed. She feels so appalled to the fact that, quote unquote, she was caught. This woman killed herself, y'all. That's crazy. But y'all heard the new story about this one here? Let me show y'all about this one. Y'all know this? Y'all notice y'all see my thing this morning, right? This is my thumbnail. Y'all know who this is right here, right? This is Mr. Bryshere Gray. Y'all know who that is? Everybody know who this is? That's him. That's him. Look how special he looks. Look at his eyes. Look at his earrings. Look at his ears. Look at his haircut. What is it? 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 Let's get into it after we get into this. You know why? Because you cannot play both sides.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Swiss baby, careful with this. I mean this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you sliding through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
Cutthroat said, is it real that Oprah Winfrey got locked up in Switzerland? She should go to jail, in my opinion. I don't know, but I'm going to find out on that. I'm going to look into that because Oprah's fucked up. I told y'all the other day, respectfully to all the women in the building, fuck that bitch. I ain't trust her since she said she smoked crack. I ain't trust the bitch since she said she smoked crack. Fuck that bitch. And that shit they did out there in Hawaii, fuck her and The Rock. Fuck her and The Rock. Y'all notice I ain't did my Rock impersonation since I said he was down with, he down with that bullshit over there with them good people from Hawaii. They got, allegedly, they whole island, just 400 acres just burned up and they bought the shit. Nah, I don't fuck with them people. I don't even do my Rock impersonation no more. Fuck The Rock. Fuck Oprah Winfrey. Stinking bitch. Excuse my language, y'all. Ain't that some shit? And then now she out there giving people $600 a piece. Some people don't want no $600. They want their land back and they want their houses built. They probably pinched her ass for being the fat piece of shit that she is, DMW shots. The bitch ain't shit. She ain't been shit since The Color Purple. That's why I'm glad they made a remake. If you want to get serious, the bitch been fucked up since The Color Purple. That's right, Pam. That's right, Harley. Fuck Oprah Winfrey. I don't trust the bitch. The way she talked about 50 Cent, I don't trust the bitch. I don't fuck with her, man. That bitch said she would never fuck with 50 Cent. He was a hoodlum. He was all this. He was all that. Next thing you know, he gets the motherfucking vitamin water deal for $100 million. She want the nigga on the couch. She talked to him. And she says the shit. She's so stupid with her big ass goddamn head. She gonna say she feels so bad because she judged a book by a cover. She said he's one of the nicest people she ever met in her life. She said that shit. She said, it's sad that I judged you because you've been shot. I judged you because they said you sold drugs. That's fucked up. You gonna judge somebody for selling drugs, but you ain't ask them were they hungry. Rest in peace to my man $500,000. He said, Dice, I ain't never met a motherfucking stomach that waited to be fed. You gonna judge somebody for selling drugs, but you ain't ask them if they was hungry. Or you ain't ask them if, quote unquote, their bills need to be paid. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. And fuck Russell Simmons too, Cutthroat. That nigga's another one. He another one. Fool people making him think he sold Def Jam and all that. I did a show on his bitch ass too. That nigga ain't sell no goddamn shit. They told that nigga, Russell, we taking all this and you got about 10 days to leave the country or you going to jail for sexual assault, you pedophile. Quick Vic, I see you in the building. Fuck Russell Simmons too. Google that shit if you think I'm joking. I don't do no capping. Y'all should know I don't be playing by now. That nigga Russell Simmons is in Indonesia with Tom Hanks. They ain't got no extradition law, and they believe in pumping pedophilia. They're trying to go through legislation right now. They're trying to make a fucking law called grooming. Fuck them niggas. And I used to fuck with Tom Hanks. I really fucked with him. I like Tom Hanks from the movie Splash. Remember the movie Splash? That nigga had me looking for a mermaid bitch. You dig what I'm saying? I used to be going to Coney Island looking for a mermaid. I used to be going to Canarsie Pier praying for a goddamn mermaid to come up. That nigga Tom Hanks had me looking for a mermaid bitch. He another one. He another one. He another one. I thought he was cool. That nigga ain't cool. I ain't fucking with them niggas. I thought that nigga Tom was cool. How dare he give me that great performance in motherfucking Forrest Gump like that? How dare you give me such a star-filled performance like that? Jenny, how come you don't love me, Jenny? Go home, Forrest! Jenny, how come you don't love me? Why won't you love me, Jenny? How dare you give me a performance like that, nigga? You piece of shit. For real, I don't fuck with niggas like that. See, when you make me believe in you, did y'all see that shit called Castaway? I thought that motherfucking ball was alive, nigga. I thought that goddamn volleyball was alive. This nigga Tom Hanks, I knew something was funny about this nigga. He too good of a goddamn actor, that stinking bitch. I don't fuck with no goddamn Tom. Excuse my language, y'all. Death to all pedophiles, man. Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me for that. My fault. Let me get that off of me. Pardon me. Let me get that spirit off of me. I told you them spirits would jump around, man. Like my grandmother said, in the name of Jesus, get out of here, Satan. Y'all got me ready to go open my windows. Niggas ain't right. And now all of a sudden they got all these people coming out. Check this out. Bow Wow. Bow Wow's the latest. Puffy fucked me too. These niggas Puff up, allegedly. How many niggas did Puff Daddy fuck? They got him fucking Ja Rule. They got him fucking Bow Wow. They got him fucking Usher Raymond. They got him fucking half them niggas from motherfucking Making the Band. They got him fucking Trey Songz. Allegedly. God damn, Puff. Puff a cold motherfucker there. Puff a cold motherfucker, y'all. Puff a cold motherfucker, y'all. All jokes aside, that nigga Puff cold like a motherfucker. You don't fuck with a nigga like Puff. Puff disrespectful. Puff fucking the shit out of niggas, man. Puff don't see this is something mental about him. Puff don't give a fuck. He one of them niggas, you know what I'm saying? You don't fuck with them niggas. He one of them preaching niggas. You dig what I'm saying? He one of them niggas from Harlem, son. You know preaching them niggas. Them niggas just ran around fucking niggas. Oh, you think you tough, nigga? I'm gonna fuck the shit out you then, nigga. Let's see you tough. Go around and tell somebody I fucked the shit out you. That's Puff, son. That nigga Puff's crazy, y'all. This nigga's an animal, son. This nigga's a fucking animal, man. All these niggas is so Bow Wow talking about Puff fucked him too. What the fuck going on, man? Yo, why we ain't see this shit? Why we didn't see this shit, y'all? I knew Puff was gay when he used to do that, take that, take that. If you remember that song, I never forget. I never forget that song, Been Around the World. Been around the world. That shit with Mace and them, when they had on them shiny ass suits. When he was going, take that, take that. Yo, I swear to God, I was with my nigga Still, you know what I'm saying? D-Sep for life, Lee here. Y'all know them niggas is boot camp clip. My nigga Still, my nigga Daryl. I swear to God, we're in a club. Me, Daryl, Cy, Tech. I'm listening to this song going, yo, why this shit sound like that, man? Why he, what's up with this fruity shit, man? Puff got these niggas running around. I'm telling you, man. That nigga Mace Ben said this shit. Mace Ben said this shit. Mace said he went to the bathroom one time and Puff mentioned this goddamn dildo in the bathroom. What the fuck is up with this nigga Puff, y'all? Think about that. Like my nigga Lee said, childhood friend right here, y'all. D-Sep for life. That nigga said, Puffy? I don't even sound like no man name. What the fuck is going on with these niggas, man? Y'all seen when he did to that boy? What's that boy name from Power? What's that boy name from Power? The nigga that took the nigga that took Ghost Rolex off. 2-Bit, that's his goddamn name. Nigga named 2-Bit. Y'all seen when he did the 2-Bit at that Halloween party, right? This nigga trying to run up on the nigga. He looking like the Joker and shit. This nigga 2-Bit like, what the fuck wrong with this nigga, man? And they got the bodyguards with him. You can tell a nigga 2-Bit been in some situations. He looking at these niggas. He ready to take the first punch. He done locked up like this. Then the nigga Puff just switched his whole energy from fighting to, yo, you want to come to the after party? You want to have an experience with me? Yo, that nigga Puff crazy, y'all. That nigga asked another man if he wanted to have an experience with him. I ain't never heard no shit like that. These niggas is crazy. Puff running around asking niggas, yo, you want to go shopping? That's what I want to know. What type of energy is these niggas throwing off when they get around this nigga Puff that he even has this insinuation that these niggas is taking cock-mouth sandwiches? What the fuck is wrong with these niggas, man? Like, what these niggas doing when they getting around? You know what it is? These niggas is getting around this nigga, and these niggas is starstruck. They like, oh shit, it's Puff. Puff, can I get an autograph? Puff, take a picture with me for the gram. Puff said, I got one. I know this is fucked up, but the niggas I used to be around, if we was in a motherfucking room with Puff Daddy, we'll be saying which one of us gonna rob him. Am I lying? Am I lying, Lee? Yo, cut though. If me and my mans was around that nigga when we was outside, we was gonna be plotting on who was gonna rob that nigga. I don't give a fuck how gangsta he thought he was. That nigga was gonna get some, he was gonna get robbed. These is facts. But let's get back to this motherfucking show. Check this boy out right here. Look at his eyes, y'all. What do y'all see right now? You ain't never lied, Vic. What do you see right now? What do you see right now? See, but this right here is what he said. He said that he is suing P Diddy and Will Smith. He want him too. He said Will got him too. He said Will got him too, y'all. He said Will got him too, y'all. The boy said he is suing Puff Daddy and Will Smith for grooming him. You remember that word? Grooming. Now y'all know where he come from, that famous show Empire. No offense to anybody in their sexuality, but let me ask y'all something. Look at this picture of him next to Will Smith. Does he look timid? Does he look, does this look like a masculine picture by him? Anybody in the chat, answer that question for me right quick. Does this look like a masculine picture? Y'all already know this is me, Harley. Does this look like a masculine picture by him? Dog Soldier said, for the peeps, I don't remember boot camp clip. Came out banging on Bad Boy. If my memory recalls, you're 100% right. People been standing against certain activity. You ain't never lied. You remember when he came out the song? Boom, bye, bye, and a bocce boy. Yeah, they was going that big. That's a fact. Y'all keep forgetting. Dread is, see, that's another thing I be honored about. I keep forgetting that Dog Soldier really a motherfucking DJ. That clash me and him had, I'm telling y'all something. That shit was crazy. But look at this show, right? Look at this picture right here. That nigga Lee said, damn, this is John Wayne and them Rock Hudson actors. Pay attention. Rock Hudson and John Wayne. Good God. But look at this picture. Does he look like a man? A young man? Or does he look like a young woman? No offense to nobody. Does he look like a young trans man? Couldn't he pass for a woman? He looked like Rihanna. Is it just me or this nigga don't look like Rihanna? Ain't that some shit, y'all? Now, y'all all know they come from this famous show called Empire. But check this picture out right here. What's the difference? Because whatever happened to the masculine pictures, what I'm going to say again is check out these pictures right here. Look at their faces. All right, look at their face. Look at his face. Okay, let me give you some more masculinity. Look at their faces. Let me give you some more masculinity. Look at his face. I'm just going to show you what I've been around and my friends. Look at his face. Look at my man Tommy. He in the building right there. Tommy on one side with a friend in the middle, and then look at Blue Boy face. Free Blue Boy. Look at their faces. Maybe I'm bugging out. Let me show y'all what these is men. Look at their faces. Look at their faces. Look at their faces. I don't see nothing but masculinity, right? If I'm not mistaken. Matter of fact, look at this face right here. I was going to hold that back for y'all, but I want y'all to recognize this is the interview. Look at his face. I got the man himself, the fifth blood member on the East Coast of the UBN, the man himself. Boxing Unique. I am going to be doing the interview. He has his book. It's on Amazon right now called Memoirs of a Ghetto Bastard. And he's selling wine, ladies and gentlemen. He has his own wine company. And he's going to help me with my book. Free Blue Boy, man. But look at his face, y'all. Does that seem like any of the faces or characteristics I just showed y'all? Does this face right here show you, does this seem anything similar of the characteristics that I showed y'all? Come on, y'all know y'all rocking with the best, man. Hit that like button. You are messing with Sharon McLeod, son. I can't help it. I can't help it. I keep trying to tell y'all, man. We need 5 more likes. We need 5 more likes. We got 22 in the building, 17 likes. This is content, ain't it? This is content. I don't see him looking like that. But if you notice this group picture they took, it seems like they're trying to shout out to Sheep Stay Sleep TV, Mr. DS1. Y'all better get over there and subscribe to him too. Nerd, please, somebody put his huddle up. It seemed like, check this picture out. Let me see what y'all feel about this picture. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now, hold on. I'm going to do this for y'all one time. Let's do this real slow. That's 3 men that star in Empire. These are supposed to be all the 3 sons of Lucius and Cookie Loins. The one in the middle, y'all know his character, who he plays. The one on the left, he's married to a white woman. And then Bryshere Gray, you see him with his shirt open. He the only one got his shirt open. Ain't that some shit? Look at his, look, no homo, pause. Look at his mouth. Why is he curving his mouth in all of his fucking pictures? Check them out, y'all. I don't want it to make it seem like I'm bugging out. These are different pictures. Check them out. Why is he always curving his mouth in all different pictures? What is it with him and his mouth? Check this picture out, though. You dig what I'm saying? Why are you always curving his mouth? Can anybody answer that question? But why does it seem like all of them have the same characteristics? Because if Cookie Lion's son in the middle is the one that plays the gay man, why does this look like a group picture of gay men, if I'm not wrong? Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Because this nothing don't look masculine about this picture. This is 3 men. Rest in peace, homo. Rest in peace, nut. Free world. If you know, you know. That's 3 people right there. That's 3 men right there that I took to be some very, very masculine and dangerous individuals. Do these look like masculine and dangerous individuals? Respectfully, y'all. Non-biased conversation. Non-biased conversation. Does these look like dangerous individuals, or do these look like feminine individuals? Because I don't understand what's going on. Because I'm noticing the it's like they taking it all from us. They taking the way we stand. They taking the way we pose. Look at that. They taking the way we stand. They taking the way we pose, y'all. Look how we used to pose. Look how we used to pose. Look at the confidence. Look at the confidence we displayed even when we was bent down, crotching, smiling. Look at everybody on the low. Rest in peace, Calvin, 50 Cent. The real 50 Cent. This right here is the real 50 Cent. That's the real 50 Cent right there, y'all. My hood. These is legends from my hood. You understand what I'm saying to you? But check this out, y'all. What is this? What is that? But let's get into what he was talking about. Check him out. YouTube fair usage. Check him out. Check him out.
See, like, nothing is bothering me. It's just what's bothering me is that being a celebrity sometimes comes with, like, everybody wants to be successful.
Hold up, y'all. Check it out now. Check it out right quick. Check it out right quick. Do me a favor, y'all. Y'all paying attention to that earring he got? YouTube fair usage. That's the real 50 right there. Tell him, Lee. That ain't the rapper y'all be listening to. Many Men. No, that ain't him. This is the one he emulated. Kelvin Martin, rest in peace. That's our... Anyway. You see what Lee said? We still take pictures like that. This is grooming. You see the word he used? This is what they're grooming. This is what they're telling them to do. This is what they're doing. They're trying to demasculate us. They're saying, yo, check this out. We need this image. This image right here is going to help the people get you jobs. Like my man DS1 said, well, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. This is somebody sitting up telling them which way to prop themselves. Look where they're putting them at. 3 dudes from the hood. All we got to do is get a project building or a corner block or a corner store. You dig what I'm saying? All I got to do is get my man shots. You dig what I'm saying? And shots to give me a motherfucking picture. We can go somewhere and take a shot like that. Bow. You know what I'm saying? Or we can go have my man shots take some pictures. We can go take pictures like that. Bow. Outside. You dig what I'm saying? But we ain't going to have my man shots put us on no boat where we all leaning back on the horizon looking like that. That right there, that whole activity right there is suspect. But let's get into this work, y'all. Check out what my man got to say.
And a celebrity and stuff like that, but it comes with, you know, bull sometimes. And
the list of Diddy's alleged victims is getting longer by the day, and new reports suggest that one of the young men Diddy victimized is Empire star Bryshere Gray. Not just that, but sources are saying Will and Jada Smith also took part in rumored freak-offs and forced Bryshere into some unspeakable acts, ultimately causing his mental breakdown and substance issues. And according to these reports, Bryshere was going to expose everything they did to him, and that's why he was blackballed from the industry. The crazy part is that this might be yet another example of Jaguar Wright being proven right, because she publicly claimed a year ago that Bryshere was one of the young men who ran away screaming from Will and Jada's house. But is Bryshere now finally ready to speak out on what happened to him? And does this mean Will and Jada are Diddy's accomplices? Let's break it down.
They said I died. They said I was gay. They said Jay-Z was my dad. They said this situation.
The number of young men and women who were destroyed by the entertainment industry is seriously disturbing, and it's becoming clear that there are a lot of powerful predators who use their position in the industry to prey on these young people. Now, when it comes to allegations about Diddy being one of these predators, the stories include everything from alleged...
Now you see what Pam said? That's what I'm talking about, y'all. The situation with that young girl that's going through something with that high school student. We don't even know if that nigga got left back. How many times we was in high school with niggas that been left back like 14 times? I knew niggas in high school that was 20. Am I lying, Lee? Hold on. Miss Pam, am I lying? I knew niggas in high school that was 20 years old. I knew niggas in high school that I thought they worked there. And niggas like, why this nigga keep coming to class? Because he can't graduate. He ain't got enough credits. Ain't that nigga 21? Yeah, when he get 21 is when they gonna kick his ass out to school. But he ain't 21 yet. These is facts. So you mean to tell me a 21-year-old student, a 20-year-old student, 19-year-old student that's coming to school that's not getting any type of education, but just coming to school for interaction, maybe running out of class, running out of his home, just trying to get away from what they're going through. You know how we came up. You know how we came up. Yo, no, we don't do it no more. You right, Miss Pam. They don't do it no more. But I said when I was in school, see, I'm 51. When I was in school, niggas was 20. When I was in school, niggas was driving to school. Niggas already was felons. That's a fact. You dig what I'm saying? And down here in the South, they got this thing called social promotion. Check this out. If you can't get it right by 18, they're kicking you out of high school. They got dudes down here 17 bigger than me, Miss Pam. I got little cousins down here that I wouldn't. Shout out to my cousin Terrell Murkison. Google his name. Murchison. Terrell Murkison. I'm just going to say NFL is going to come up. These boys is big down here. But check this out. Let's get back into this work. This nigga said Diddy and them niggas was doing them dirty. And how come every time people said that Jaguar Wright was wrong, somebody comes back to say she was right? Clarice, what up, girl? She said you can stay in high school until you're 20 at NYC. Told y'all. Told y'all. Told y'all. This nigga's in high school that got houses. She see what she said, Miss Pam said? Yo, they big down here. These young boys down here is humongous. I got little cousins that's 19 and 20. They look like they 45. Look like they suffering from Benjamin's, the curious disease of Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a reverse, like it's crazy. All jokes aside, but check this shit out. Shit is real fucked up, y'all. All jokes aside though, man. Because of this contract right here. The devil's contract. They got these children selling their souls for fame. And see, right here, when you say the price that's asked, like I, such and such, hereby agree to sell my one and only mortal soul, the price asked by signing this contract, I agree to surrender my soul to the devil upon expiration into a life of enslavement and torture for all eternity. See, the price, every price is not monetary. Every price is not monetary. See, some people don't fail to realize every price is not a monetary value. Some price is your ass. Some price is sexual favors. Some prices is when you call into the mayor because your child or your cousin been locked up with some drugs or some guns. Yo, I need you to do me a favor. They done caught this dumb motherfucker again. He had an 8-ball on him and a pistol. I need you to make this go away. They're grooming these young men. Check this out. The fucked up part is they're grooming these young men. But who we blaming? The parents? Shouldn't we do a little more investigative and be a little more diligent on the parents? Number one, why are these parents allowing their children to just go off into the hands of adults like that? Why? Because they waiting for that money? Because my son ain't going nowhere like that at that age. My 15, 16-year-old son is not going to be in no fucking room, not going to be in no hotel overnight, unsupervised. If you got room for a hotel room for him, you got a room for a hotel room for us because me and my son is going to share a room. Y'all niggas got money. Y'all got suites and all that. You going to get us a 2 little motherfucking suite, and I'm going to be his chaperone because y'all are not going to manipulate my child. Because number one, the whole starstruck, oh my God, you know how kids are. Kids see their motherfucking idols or their favorite actors or athletes and go crazy. They're over-enthused and they're impressionable, so they'll look at them like they don't do no wrong. So they got these babies. Check this out. This is a baby now getting around people like Will Smith and P Diddy. You can tell that the attitude that they gave him from Empire, that's really who he was. Overzealous, uncontrollable, hard to talk to, thought he ran the world because he was getting some money, and now he is strung out, addicted to crack, cocaine, and methamphetamines. Check what he said, though.
Ritualized essay of young boys and men to trafficking rings involving Hollywood and political elites. Diddy was recently hit with a 4th lawsuit by a woman who claimed she was just 17 when she was trafficked and essayed by Diddy and his associates. And now rumors are going around that Diddy was doing the same thing to young men, many of whom are allegedly part of the industry. Besides longtime speculations that Usher and Justin Bieber were groomed by Diddy as teenagers.
I'm gonna keep it funky, y'all. French Montana, he don't look right after he got with Diddy. French don't look right.
Trafficked and essayed by Diddy and his associates. And now rumors are going around that Diddy was doing the same thing to young men, many of whom are allegedly part of the industry. Besides longtime speculations that Usher and Justin Bieber were groomed by Diddy as teenagers, reports also recently emerged that rapper YK Osiris was victimed by both Diddy and Drake. And now another name emerged as a potential victim, Empire star Bryshere Gray. Bryshere started his career as a rapper, performing at a variety of music festivals in the Philadelphia area and opening for rappers such as Fabulous and 2 Chainz. Then in 2015, Bryshere landed his breakthrough acting role as Hakeem Lyon on the Fox TV drama.
Yeah, y'all got to get into a break. This about to get deep. I'm going to drop the link if anybody want to pull up. This about to get deep. We got to take a motherfucking break for this one because this shit is sad. They say the motherfucking industry don't love us. They say the streets don't love us.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me. Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture. I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Get him Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent.
I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, marriage shit, Tower music, nigga. Go.
That's a fact. Yo, dog, you still in the building, my youth? You see what they doing to them? You see what they're doing to these kids? You still in the building, my youth? Check out my man, yo. Listen what he's saying.
Empire, alongside Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard. That same year, Bryshere signed on with Columbia Records as a solo act, and everyone was predicting a shining career for him and comparing him to young Will Smith. Speaking of Will Smith, he actually took Bryshere under his wing and started mentoring him.
By a whole lot of strength, he's surrounded by a whole lot of love, and all he has to do is add discipline. And
you see what I sent you, dog?
Like Uncle Will, you know? Who is best to give you advice? And as Will Smith,
look at your text.
So much good advice.
But see, a lot of disturbing stories have surfaced since then about Will and Jada's mentorship of young men. As you probably remember, Jada had an entanglement with her son, Jaden's friend August Alsina, who's 21 years younger than her. And she received a lot of backlash over this because August was sick and struggling with addiction when the Smiths offered to help him.
Because for me, that was the thing when Aug first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from...
That was the first lie. You see how they just scripted that whole play? That was a lie. She was just filling in what he was speaking. That was a lie. 21 years older than that boy. Check this out.
Who's 21 years younger than her, and she received a lot of backlash over this because August was sick and struggling with addiction when the Smiths offered to help him.
Because for me, that was the thing when Aug first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. August also had no family support system and no one he could turn to. His brother Melvin was shot and killed just 3 days before August's 18th birthday. And then in December 2018, August's sister, Chandra, died from cancer. Meanwhile, August also became estranged from his mom, and he later shared that part of the reason their relationship was strained is because he was essayed as a child by someone close to him. And though he pleaded with his mom not to tell anyone, she shared it with random people in the neighborhood.
Thinking, so are you also gonna expose the fact that you have molested me when I was in your presence as a kid? You know, I remember asking my moms to not say nothing, to hold that down and to, you know, keep that secret. And not even a day later, random people tell me, oh, yeah, you know, your mama said this.
So as you can see, August was in a very vulnerable place when he met Will and Jada. So the fact they allegedly used this to lure him into a sexual relationship is extremely disturbing. But it gets even more disturbing because Jaguar Wright claimed in her viral interview with Real Life Productions last year that both Will and Jada do weird things in their house and that plenty of young men have run away from that house screaming. Jaguar even dropped some names, and one of the young men she claimed was victimized by Will and Jada was Bryshere Gray.
They're both bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills.
Y'all don't notice how adamant she is? Y'all don't notice how adamant Jaguar Gray has always been? You didn't notice they had her put into a mental health hospital? You didn't notice they had her administered with medication? You didn't notice everything she's saying is coming to light? You notice how she just screamed out Meek Mill name? You notice all these zesty pictures? That's the word. Shout out to my man Sheep Stay Sleep. You notice all these zesty pictures that are surfacing on the internet with Meek Mills being enclosed in sandwich pictures with Caucasian men with blue hair and at these parties, with these shirts off, these shirtless parties. What's up with these niggas going to these parties with their shirts off? Is that the new thing to the new people that like talk to me, y'all? Because I don't be partying like that. I be around family and stuff like that. So everybody be having their shirts on. Is that the new thing now, Dread? Like Dread, you know? In Miami, that's something new, Mayo. Mind them there running around with no shirt on. I know you don't partake in them type thing, though, but I know you be know more about the Miami scene as far as partying is. Is that something new, y'all, right now to the people in the building? Is men running around in clubs now with shirts off, hugging on each other, taking pictures? I believe everything she says, Miss Pam. Everything she says. And they paid her husband, in my opinion. That's what really broke her heart. She said the same nigga that I paid his child support, let them bitch ass niggas pay him out to go against me and make it seem like I was crazy. That's what made her really snap. Trying to make it seem like she crazy. You see what Shot said? Niggas is weirdos, man. Shirts and pants sagging. Josh said, the money they're bringing sexy back, Mario. For real. For real, that don't even make no sense. I done went to pool parties, y'all. Fully dressed. Shorts, fly pair of sneakers, you know, some nice shit. Breezy top, you know what I'm saying? Nice little towel or something, some little headband. You know what I'm saying, man? Let me in. Yo, watch this, y'all. Jaguar, she don't play no games.
Bryshere Gray left that house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills. Bryshere Gray left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed the help.
Hey, man.
And that was they kid's friend.
But it gets worse because Jaguar suggested in a recent interview that Will might have done something to his son Jaden, and that this could be the reason Jaden asked to be emancipated at 15.
These people have collectively, including Will Smith.
What happened to that? Yo, let me ask you something. What happened to that little boy, man? What happened to Jaden, man? What the fuck happened to them kids, man? How come is Willow or Tillo or Brillo, whatever the fuck her name is, why is she acting like a little boy? And how come he acting like a little girl? I thought we had the nigga. He had one little hit hip-hop song. It was like some rockin' ass drill music. He was out there in Brazil. I was fucking with him. Holly, we see you. What the fuck happened to these kids, y'all?
Let's not leave him out. Why your son hate you? Why does your son hate you? What did you do to Jaden?
Obviously, these are...
That's
Jaguar
deep.
suggested in a recent interview
deep,
that Will
y'all.
might have done something to his son Jaden, and that this could be the reason Jaden asked to be emancipated at 15.
These people have...
Yo, do me a favor. Look. I want y'all to look at Willow's
Worse,
eyes.
because Jaguar suggested in a recent
Look at
interview
Willow's
that
eyes,
Will
y'all.
might have done something
Look
to
at
his
Willow's
son Jaden,
eyes.
and that this could be the reason Jaden asked to
Wicked.
be emancipated at 15.
These people have collectively, including Will Smith. Let's not leave him out. Why your son hate you? Why does your son hate you? What did you do to Jaden?
Obviously, these are some serious accusations. However, Will and Jada never threatened to sue Jaguar for defamation. And yet, they were very quick to threaten a lawsuit against Will's former assistant, Brother Bilal, who claimed he saw Will having Dwayne Martin. So Jada and Will were more upset about Brother Bilal exposing Will for having consensual intercourse with a man than Jaguar accusing them of essaying boys, including their own son. It really makes you wonder why they never threatened Jaguar with a lawsuit, or at least send her a cease and desist. Anyway, circling back to Bryshere Gray, shortly after Will...
You know, that's a hell of a fucking point they just made. That's a hell of a fucking point they just made. Do you notice in every one of Jaguar Wright interviews, this is why I really believe, but you can look in her eyes, you can tell how adamant she is. That shit is bothering her for years. And they trying too much to silence her for years. But check this out. She always ends her shit like this. If I'm lying, sue me. Y'all didn't catch that? Key said they was walked through the door by their parents. Y'all see Willow eyes? Gone. Wicked, evil, all that black shit. I'm telling you, I know some people, man. That shit right there, all that black around the mouth and black around the eyes. Nerd, I see you in the building, beloved. Oh, Miss Jazzy Joy, I hope you had a happy holidays if we don't see you again. Happy New Year's to you, too. You know what I'm saying? I got to show this to y'all one more time, y'all. Pay attention to her eyes. Just pay attention to her eyes. Please pay attention to her eyes. Pay attention to her eyes.
Ricky need a dog.
Hey, man.
And that was they kid's friend.
But it gets worse because Jaguar suggested in a recent interview that Will might have done something to his son Jaden, and that this could be the reason Jaden asked to be emancipated at 15.
These people have collectively, including Will Smith, let's not leave him out. Why your son hate you? Why does your son hate you? What did you do to Jaden?
Obviously, these are some serious accusations. However, Will and Jada never threatened to sue Jaguar for defamation. And yet, they were very quick to threaten a lawsuit against Will's former assistant, Brother Bilal, who claimed he saw Will having Dwayne Martin. So Jada and Will were more upset about Brother Bilal exposing Will for having consensual intercourse with a man than Jaguar accusing them of essaying boys, including their own son. It really makes you wonder why they never threatened Jaguar with a lawsuit, or at least send her a cease and desist. Anyway, circling back to Bryshere Gray, shortly after Will and Jada started mentoring him, it's like everything went downhill for Bryshere. On July 13th, 2020, he was arrested following an alleged DV incident with his wife that culminated in a barricade situation with police. Bryshere was later charged with aggravated assault, DV, and disorderly conduct, and sentenced to 10 days in jail and 3 years probation. Meanwhile, rumors started circulating that Bryshere developed substance issues after allegedly being victimized, not just by Will and Jada, but other industry figures, including Diddy and Empire co-creator Lee Daniels, who's an openly gay man. Fans first raised the alarm after Bryshere appeared on The Breakfast Club with Lee Daniels back in 2017, and there were a lot of comments saying Daniels was looking at Bryshere weird and treating him like his boyfriend.
Right, but we see you out all the time. I see you all over the place.
Do we be at the club?
I think he's working. Right, Bryshere? He's working. I see him out working all the time. He's a...
Yo, do me a favor, y'all.
Industry figure.
I don't want y'all to pay attention to Bryshere. I don't want you to pay attention to Bryshere when y'all look at The Breakfast Club. I want you to look at the dude in the black suit. Remember, I told y'all, some people look at the part of the picture that's interesting because we're talking about Bryshere. Fuck that. I want you to look at the whole picture in totality. I want you to look at the dude sitting next to him in the black suit. How uncomfortable he looks because he's worried that he might say the wrong thing. Look at him. And then look at his descriptive feminine traits. You see what my man said? Check this out, y'all. Pay attention to this. You are rocking with the motherfucking best.
Including Diddy and Empire co-creator Lee Daniels, who's an openly gay man. Fans first raised the alarm after Bryshere appeared on The Breakfast Club with Lee Daniels back in 2017, and there were a lot of comments saying Daniels was looking at Bryshere weird and treating him like his boyfriend.
Right, but we see you out all the time. I see you all over the place.
Do we be at the club?
I think he's working. Right, Bryshere? He's working. I see him out working all the time. He said, yeah. I mean, because obviously you're a musician, you're an artist, so you have that as well.
You might catch me at the clubs.
Right, you gotta be. Lee, you don't really go out like that to the clubs.
No, I don't.
Big Daddy's not out. You don't have time.
I mean, you got the kind of money you
All
can
of
have
a
a club
sudden
at your
I'm
house.
hot. Why am I hot in here all of a sudden?
As for Diddy, Bryshere has been spotted at multiple Diddy parties before his public breakdown, including Diddy's 2017 Ciroc Vodka New Year's Eve party in Miami. On top of that, there were rumors going around that Diddy initially wanted to sabotage Empire because he believed they based the character Lucius Lyon on him. Back in 2015, All Hip Hop reported that Diddy was actually considering suing Empire creators. The report stated, "The word on the street is that Diddy is suing Empire because he thinks the show is based on his life." Okay, Puffy, well, we have several questions. Would this mean that one of his sons is gay and that he killed Big? Was Bad Boy founded by money? Who went to jail for almost 2 decades for him? Did he ban Quincy from appearing for more reasons than him?
Pay
including
attention.
Diddy's 2017 Ciroc Vodka New Year's Eve party in Miami. On top of that, there were rumors going around that Diddy initially wanted to sabotage Empire because he believed they based the character Lucius Lyon on him. Back in 2015, All Hip Hop reported that Diddy was actually considering suing Empire creators. The report stated, "The word on the street is that Diddy is suing Empire because he thinks the show is based on his life." Okay, Puffy, well, we have several questions. Would this mean that one of his sons is gay and that he killed Big? Was Bad Boy founded by money? Who went to jail for almost 2 decades for him? Did he ban Quincy from appearing for more reasons than him not being the music producer? After this, Diddy apparently changed his mind and decided not to go through with the lawsuit, as it would have only encouraged people to draw more parallels between him and Lucius Lyon. However, all these stories are now coming back to haunt Diddy, and according to the latest reports, Bryshere Gray's friends and family are encouraging Bryshere to come forward and expose the industry men who allegedly victimized him. Fans on social media are now doing the same, and they're hoping Bryshere and others who were allegedly harmed by the likes of Diddy and Will Smith will follow in Cassie's footsteps. One fan said, "I believe something really bad happened to Bryshere as he was climbing up, and I pray that he steps up, gets with a lawyer, and takes back what Diddy has done to him. Bryshere, get on the list for your benefit. Get a piece of the pie. You deserve it." And another person wrote, "Damn, sounds like they passed Bryshere around in the industry. Saw a video of him when he was being interrogated by the police for DV. He was whacked out of his mind and not making any sense. Jaguar Wright wasn't lying." But how do you feel about these allegations that Bryshere is another industry victim? And do you think Will and Jada were really harming young men with their mentorship? Comment down below. And then check out this next video.
That's crazy. They done destroyed that boy. They done destroyed that boy. They got something with TD Jakes on the My fault, y'all. I had it on mute. Check this out. This is by TD Jakes. Listen to what TD Jakes said. It's called, "Have You Ever Been Swallowed" by TD Jakes.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming? And I would have been.
Y'all see how weird these niggas is? Y'all see how weird these niggas is? They're making jokes of this shit. That's a pastor and he up there on stage joking and playing. But look what everybody is saying. These is big, big people in the industry that know about the life of these sex slaves and what they're doing to these children just to be actors and actresses. They saying that boy been passed around. They saying the boy been passed around, man. Ain't that something? Let me see how them likes looking. 23 in the building. 23 likes, 18 in the building. I appreciate y'all for that. They saying the boy been passed around. But back to what I was saying, because you know I got a method to my madness. I know y'all ain't heard about this one because ain't nobody been talking about it. But y'all gonna hear about it over here. Because this all goes down to parents and mental illness, and it's being passed on, and our children are being punished. Check this story out. Y'all know where y'all heard it at. You're now rocking with the best. This called the House of Secrets.
A house of secrets and abuse. In August, Oklahoma City police got a tip that a man had multiple children with his stepdaughter. That report would unravel a family and shake an entire community. A house.
Whoa. Whoa. Y'all heard that? Y'all ready for this one? Y'all know it's always a method with my madness. I put my shows together. I do that for y'all. That's a fact. That's a fact, Miss Jazzy. Puff kissing them niggas in the mouth. I'm about to show y'all something. That's why I ended it off with, that's why we gonna break it down with this. The link is dropped if anybody want to pull up. Thank you, Harley, for saying that. Inshallah, mashallah. It's not about, quote unquote, the industry. It's not about being a rapper. It's not about being an actor. It's not about being an actress. This could be a child that wants to be a surgeon. This could be a child that wants to be a school teacher. This could be a child that wants to be a simple employee in a gas station. This could be a child that wants to be a cook. So when we allow our kids to get out into the street, we pray that what we taught them, they will follow the rules by. Some of us were taught fucked up rules. No, y'all don't want to admit it. Sometimes y'all don't want to look in the motherfucking mirror. A lot of us were taught some fucked up shit. We wasn't taught fucked up shit intentionally or maliciously. We were taught fucked up shit because some of our parents was taught fucked up shit and their parents was taught fucked up shit. So it's not their fault. We're just products of our environments. I'm not pointing no blame at my mom's because she had me at 19. Shit. I'm not pointing no blame at my grandfather because he had an addiction with motherfucking alcohol. Shit, I'm not pointing no motherfucking blame at my great-grandfather because he had an addiction to motherfucking women and cocaine. Shit, I'm not going to blame my motherfucking aunt because she had an addiction to men and my uncle went to his grave with his heart broken. Everybody has been through something traumatic. And unfortunately, it comes from who raised us and what was taught to us. It doesn't have nothing to do with blood. Our genes are going to come out sooner or later. But what we're taught is what we're going to absorb and what we're going to emulate. Check this out.
Of secrets and abuse. In August, Oklahoma City police got a tip that a man had multiple children with his stepdaughter. That report would unravel a family and shake an entire community. Thank you for joining us here. I'm Jessica Shambach.
I'm Evan Onstadt. Tonight we are hearing for the first time from the adult children on life behind those closed doors, as well as the hero who would turn him in. KOCO's Kylie Thomas has the exclusive story you'll only see on 5.
This cul-de-sac in southeastern Oklahoma City looks like any other. But inside this yellow house was a man with a secret. And one woman would unearth the truth.
It just took someone paying attention. And believe it or not, he was telling on himself every single day. No one listened.
A family of 11 lived here. Mom, dad, and 9 children, hidden away from the world.
They never left the house only with him.
The children had never been to school, the doctors, or even a movie theater. All to conceal a secret they never knew was wrong. Their dad's relationship with their stepsister.
Did you know that?
You heard that, y'all? They never went nowhere. Movie theater, nowhere. They never went to the store without him, the gas station, because they were trained. They didn't even know it was wrong that their father had them babies with their mother was their stepsister. That shit make sense, y'all? And a whole neighborhood just allowed that shit. So you mean to tell me that's considered snitching too? When you see some irregular activity, you see somebody that seems like they're sheltered off behind a home with nobody cutting the grass, kids are looking structured and formed and like they're in the army or something like that. Somebody ain't supposed to call child services. You don't never see no school bus. You mean to tell me the school buses is coming in this area to pick our babies up every day to take them to school, bring them back from school. Our kids, we asking our kids, yo, you know any of them kids in that house? Nah, I never seen them before, Mom. You mean tell me all them kids over there in the house, they don't go to your school? Nah, I don't know none of them, Mom. Nah, Dad. Hell no, I don't know none of them. You gotta know some of them kids. They live right across the street, but then you're noticing the bus ain't taking them to school. A bus ain't dropping them off. What do you mind your business? Or you're alarming motherfucking child services? Let's go.
The younger kids were your dad's kids too.
That I already knew about. I never knew that it was anything wrong with it.
We just grew up like if it was normal to us.
At 12 years old, their oldest sister had her first baby with their dad, according to court documents. She gave birth to 4 more inside this home. KOCO sat down with 3 of the siblings who wanted to share their story. So when she had her first baby, you were just little.
Yeah, I think I was 7 or 8.
Did you ever question why you guys weren't allowed to leave the house more?
Not too much, because Dad always said that he didn't want us to get hurt, or because he protecting us because of the people that are outside.
But that would all change.
I was looking for someone to paint the ceilings, and he answered the ad.
Doris Cole hired the father in 2017 as a contractor. She was opening several businesses at 10th and May.
They looked really crazy every day. The clothes, from the clothes that they wore, from the smell.
He started taking 2 of his teenage daughters to work, and Doris picked up on something she could.
Now you see how sad that is? Shout out to Harley. You see what she said? I know somebody that got 6 kids by her dad's neighbors. Got 6 kids by her own dad. Neighbors didn't say anything outside like it's normal. Check that out. Listen to what Miss Jazzy says. There was a woman that told me she knows a family where the grandfather had 15 kids from his granddaughter. Shaking her head. Y'all heard me tell y'all about a story down here where my family flipped on me for flipping on one of my uncles. They got a baby with my little cousin by his sister, daughter. He got a baby with his sister's daughter. And they treated my little cousin like she did something wrong. I got an uncle that has a baby with his sister's daughter. And they treated my little cousin like she did something wrong. They sent her away. And they let her come back when the baby was like almost 3 years old. But they treated her like she did something wrong. And they praise him and accept him like he did nothing wrong because he's known to have a little money. That's fucked up. I know a situation like that. Miss Jazzy knows a situation like that. Harley just said she knows a situation like that. So this means this is something that's unfortunately a sinful normal. He said that's why people don't tell. Harley said she almost threw up in her mouth. Like, think about that shit, y'all. If you pay attention to the speech of the young girl, because of the inbred incest, you can understand that she is what? She has a speech impediment. Shit is crazy, y'all.
When she had her first baby, you were just little.
Yeah, I think I was 7 or 8.
Did you ever question why you guys weren't allowed to leave the house more?
Not too much, because Dad always said that he didn't want us to get hurt, or because he protecting us because of the people that are outside.
But that would all change.
I was looking for someone to paint the ceilings, and he answered the ad.
Doris Cole hired the father in 2017 as a contractor. She was opening several businesses at 10th and May.
They looked really crazy every day. The clothes, from the clothes that they wore, from the smell.
He started taking 2 of his teenage daughters to work, and Doris picked up on something she couldn't let go.
They couldn't read, they couldn't write.
He tried to homeschool us, and then they went from trying to not doing.
And the speech was really bad. When I first met her, I thought she had an accent.
She would question the family's homeschooling, the father's persistent phone alerts, and the van packed full of food and clothing. But there was nothing overtly wrong.
Every day it was driving me insane because there's nothing I could do about it. It was nothing I had to tell the cops.
Until she met the stepdaughter.
The first time I met her was in the hallway, and I said, man, that girl looked like she just had a child. She was young. And he was looking at her as if she was some sort of candy. I started putting stuff together. I said, okay, maybe those kids are hers and his.
The family became distant. Doris believes it was because she was asking too many questions. But they came back 2 years later looking for work.
Now this time I said, okay, I'm not letting this guy get away until I figure out what's going on.
And this time, the father told her the truth.
He said, well, this is not my daughter, just one of the kids. This is my lover, and that's my wife. I said, what?
After 7 years, Doris had the proof she needed.
I seen him kissing her, and I said, you know what, this is it. I called the police.
Detectives began interviewing the family.
Worried he would take them and run, Doris let them stay in one of her homes as she worked with police without the family knowing.
And on September 21st, police surrounded the home, but Dad wasn't there.
They'd asked me if I knew where he was, and I said, well, he's at his other house. He said he was coming back. And so I called him, and I said, hey, you know, the police are at the house. He's like, did they see the kid?
What was the feeling inside of your house?
I was hurt because my dad took forever to come.
The adult kids were left alone with their secret siblings, waiting for their dad to face up to the crime.
I'm amazed, at the same time amazed and shocked that I'm looking at this entire family I've never seen before. I've seen bits and pieces, and the condition that the little ones were in. I never imagined.
Court documents reveal the kids had poor hygiene, foul odor, lack of dental care, and were sleeping on one heavily soiled mattress on the floor. Investigators say 2 of the children were nonverbal. After 3 hours, Dad finally showed up.
I stood there on the porch. I didn't get to see his face up front, but I saw him from the porch. That was one of the most satisfying days probably in my life, to watch him go get in the police car.
All right, take a seat for me.
Both Mom and Dad were arrested. The father's charged with 3 counts of sexual abuse of a child, 5 counts of child neglect, and 3 counts of child abuse. His wife is charged with multiple charges for enabling neglect and sexual abuse.
Both see her also as a victim. Do you see that too?
Now, yes.
You don't think she should be arrested?
No.
Court documents reveal a child told forensic investigators her dad had touched her privacy because he was a doctor.
I never thought that Dad would touch us or say anything sexual to us, so I never worried about it.
How did you watch that? How did you hold your daughter's hand while she's having a baby by your husband?
I can't hate them because hate is a strong word. I could only forgive them. I could only forgive my dad. And I could leave the rest of it into God's hands.
Today, the adult kids still live in Doris's home and work for her. They're now enrolled in school.
I'm doing better at my reading, so I read a book yesterday.
Have their first IDs, are learning how to drive, and working to get their sister's children back to her from state custody.
You have a 26-year-old that can't read, can't write. How does she teach her kids that can't read or write how to write?
Now, looking back, do you feel grateful that Doris intervened?
Yes, because she was helping us out.
It's just hard because I was the one that did it, but I'm also the one that's taking care of it.
Now, Doris hopes the community can wrap around this family and lift them up as they navigate life for the very first time.
So I'm hoping that
that's gangster.
That if there's anybody that wants to help, that it's a genuine help. I mean, they've already been lied to and hurt their entire lives. So I'm hoping that their journey in this world and the people that run into them would remember that.
Reporting, Kylie Thomas, KOCO 5 News.
Yo, Shaq, I see you in the building. Happy holidays, beloved. I didn't see you yesterday. That's gangster right there. You see that? See, let me explain something to y'all. I got to stay focused on what I'm supposed to be talking to y'all about. You dig? The bullshit we not feeding into. We got to understand there's certain things that as a whole, it takes what? It takes a what? Y'all know the saying, right? A village to raise a child and a community to sustain a village. Certain things we have to start being more informative about. And we have to start sharing this information with each other, man. You got to start sharing this information with each other. Them children were taught that this was a normal way to live. That's just like racism. That's just like black people that's raising their children to hate anything other than black. That's just like Chinese people raising their children to hate anything other than Chinese, white, Ku Klux Klan, Asian, European, whatever it is. That's like racism. Them children couldn't read, couldn't write, never been to the dentist, never been to the doctor. They were all birthed in that house. Why? Why? You see what Miss Pam said, you got to get that village together. That's the only way we're going to get it right. We got to stop saying, I'm going to mind my business. Fuck that. We are each other's business. Sometimes we got to pay attention to this. This may sound fucked up, but some of us mentally are to the fact where we're incapable of making the right decisions pertaining to ourselves. We're detriment to ourselves. Somebody has to speak up and take the initiative to go, yo, we got to get them some help. It was a dude on Utica Avenue back in the days in Crown Heights used to walk around. He used to walk around and pick up blunts and spliffs off the floor. We used to call him Butty. Butty. You see us playing spades in the park. We sitting there smoking our joints or whatever like that. He'll sit there and wait. He was waiting for us to throw the blunt on the floor. He didn't want you to give it to him in his hand. Ain't this some shit? This is a true story. Anybody know about this dude named Butty? He used to be in Schenectady, Brooklyn, Utica Avenue, used to be in St. John's Park. He never wanted you to go, yo, like take the weed. Nah, he just said throw it on the floor. Said throw it on the floor. What we did for years, we thought we were doing the right thing. We didn't wait till the blunt got little. We dropped big spliffs. We threw them on the floor. But instead of throwing them on the floor, we should have been going to get some damn help. We should have been going to get the police. He was walking around terrible, bad hygiene, smelling bad, reek with a bad smell. And this is the era when people was smoking rulers. So they was smoking weed with crack. People, you don't know what type. That's why we never really took blunts from niggas, because you never know what was in a nigga blunt. You roll your own blunt. But he was so mentally gone, he just walked around picking them shits up off the street. Them children are never going to have a normal life. Never. It all breaks back down to mental illness. The parents are responsibly the sole reason why that negative seed was planted. But pay attention, y'all. It all breaks down to mental illness. Them babies said, that girl said she thought it was normal for her father to touch her because her father taught her that he was a doctor. How she know what a doctor is if she never been outside? The only direction of protection that we know and guidance that we do know are our parents. Just like the Ku Klux Klan. When they got some babies and they telling them from when they're young, hate all black people. If they're anything other than us, than this pure skin right here, hate them. They don't like you. They don't like grandma. They say things like that that's going to stick in children's heads. That's going to give them more and more reason to put some validity to what they're saying. Because, see, these kids, when they go into school with these black children and these Hispanic children, and they're having a good time playing and joking and running around at lunchtime and watching them stories together and learning from the teacher, they're interacting with each other because they're innocent. But when they're going home, they're being groomed. When they talk to their parents about the Hispanic friend that they talk to, their mother's going to say, don't you speak to the Mexican people. Well, why not, mama? Because they're no good. Come on one day talking about your black friend. Don't you speak to the black friend. Why not, mama? Because they're no good. Come home talking about your Korean friend, your Asian friend, your Dominican friend, your Puerto Rican friend, your friend from Barbados, anything. Whatever you come back saying to your parents that is not of white descent, they're going to tell you, do not interact with. And see, as children, we just want to know why. But what y'all say as parents, because we said so, and that's that. But you're not telling them why. They don't even have a reason to say why, quote unquote, their grandchildren or their children should not interact with them. They don't even have a reason to say, like, well, you know what? He killed your grandfather. He broke into the house and robbed your grandmother. Okay, he raped your sister. He raped your mother. He raped your aunt. He stole from grandpa. He broke into grandpa's store. He set grandpa's barn on fire. All them reasons right there, none of the above. The only reason why grandpa wants you not to interact with him is because grandpa says he's no good. So that has to be the law. It's not just white people. It's black people too. I've met Haitian and African friends that family members told their sons, do not allow me in their home, and I'm black. Pay attention. Because allegedly somebody misinformed them and told them when they came from places like Nigeria, Africa, cross these, when you get to America, the Americans that you're going to interact with us, they're telling them from before they get over here, be mindful that they're crooks. They keep scams. They're not to be trusted. They're not like you. See, they're telling our people that we're totally different because of the product of the environments that we're raised and the product of their situation where they're raised. They're raised in third world countries and they have a better family structure as far as unity because they are being oppressed as a whole pertaining to government. Over here in the United States of America, we have a more free dominion as far as advocating what we're going to do. There's some consequences now. There are some consequences and repercussions if we don't want to abide by the law, like jail, death, all type of things that happens if you don't want to pay attention to the rules. But it's your will. See, what they're telling the people that's coming from Africa, cross seas, Palestine, Iraq, Morocco, Indonesia. They're telling people we don't have self-control and discipline. See, the reason why we're looked upon and shunned upon like we're rebellious and we're no good is because a lot of these people are coming from third world countries that a military-based government is in control of the movements when it comes to their curfew. If you're outside past 8 or 9 o'clock, you're getting killed or you're going to jail. Simple and plain. We don't have that over here. You don't notice why so many people are trying to leave certain places to come here because of the overrulment of the government and the laws that are being implemented on the citizens of these countries. Mike, I see you in the building. Mike said, Dice, 100. Shit, I grew up in foster care and juvenile detentions. Wasn't no time, and there was no reason to break down who you hating to race to me. That's a fact. Yeah, because see, one thing when we was locked up, that's one thing, it all comes to any reality of anybody that's in prison, you in jail. You in jail. Pam said, get to it, Big Dice. Get to that, Big Dice. Facts. It's a fact. Harley said, thank God my father wasn't like that. He raised me by himself, and he's Puerto Rican. That's a fact. My grandfather said that too, and he black. He said, no little girl should sit on no man's lap, nor allow to be put on any man's shoulders. That's a fact. Certain things, see, these are things that are instilled into us. But these are just all blessings. These are all blessings. These are just all blessings that some of us got and some of us don't have. Them kids is messed up for the rest of their life. They'll never have a natural life. Never. Praise Allah to that woman that took the responsibility to call the police. Yep. Praise is due to her for grabbing them children and saying, you know what? Y'all can stay with me and live here. And I'm going to get y'all a job. And I'm getting y'all into school. And I'm taking y'all to the doctor. See, she got an afro. She old school. She ain't trying to do it for nobody else. That's one of them people that got a good heart. There are still great people in this world, but it's so many think about it. Look how long that this person has lived in a house with people knowing of strange activity in that home and they never called. It took for her to see strange behavior between him and her when she employed him for work. You see what you said? You see what Stocky B said? She said she just needed some proof. She said it was bothering her so bad she didn't have no proof. Is that snitching? Now hold on, let's talk about it for a minute. The link is dropped if anybody want to pull up. Is that snitching? She called the police and informed the police of an illegal crime that was happening. Someone went to jail. Ain't that snitching? Or, hold up. Is it no snitching or there's an exception for snitching? But let me tell you why she had every right to do that. She ain't no drug dealer. She ain't no drug dealer. She ain't in the street hustling. She ain't in the street busting her gun. She ain't in the street participating in illegal activity. Huh? Huh? She's what you call being a servant of Allah. It bothered her spirit. She was so in tune with the irregular activity between them. She was on that. She said, I got to find out what's up with this nigga. Think about how many people say, I'ma mind my business. What you mean you're gonna mind your business pertaining to them babies? Pertaining to doing like Dog Soldier said. That's just called doing the right thing. Alhamdulillah. See what Dog said? There's no protections in the court for street justice. See them type of niggas? I can't even talk about that due to YouTube policies. But they're supposed to go through a wicked punishment. They're supposed to go through a punishment. They're supposed to go through they're supposed to go through a punishment. They're supposed to go through something wicked. Manipulating them babies like that. Manipulating them babies like that. Them babies ain't do nothing. Now, them babies are going to be genetically, unfortunately, deformed for the rest of their life. No matter how much you put them in school, no matter how many goals they achieve, shit, she can be the first motherfucking black astronaut to make a goddamn car to drive to motherfucking space. In the back of her mind, she gonna think about how she was created and how she was raised to the day she died. Yeah, they say people adversities and stuff propel them to do certain things. Make them go harder. Yeah, that's a fact. She can try to what? Erase all the memories and all them pain and all that disrespect she been through by bonding herself in the school and stuff like that. But check this out. That shit ain't gonna never, ever leave her mind. So she got a pass for that because, number one, she's not a drug dealer. So let me ask you something, y'all. If a drug dealer was to call the police on her, is he wrong? We understood Mama Love. She out there in the community doing everything right. But let me ask you something. If a cold-blooded murderer called the police, if a murderer calls the police and says something is real weary about some activity in his home, and they go in there and he go to jail, is he spared or is he allowed to snitch? I need to know. We got some gangsters in here. We got them gangsters in here. I don't want nobody getting quiet now. So let me ask you something. If I saw something like that, am I allowed to call the police? If I see some shit like that going on in my eyes, am I allowed to call the police? I wouldn't give a fuck what none of y'all said. I'm calling the police. And I'm going to keep calling the police. Hank McCoy, I see you in the building. We was talking about you earlier, beloved. He said, I know murderers that stole pigeons. That's a fact. They can say what they wanted to say to me. I'm calling the police. I'm getting on my cell phone and I'm calling the police from their yard. Hello? Yo, there's some shit going on in this motherfucking crib. I'm tired of this bullshit. My motherfucking son told me that none of these motherfuckers in here in this class. Oh, excuse my language. I'm standing right here in front of this crib. It's a dude up in here with a bunch of kids. Ain't none of them going to school. Ain't nobody doing nothing. They just staying in the house. Don't nobody come outside. They ain't cutting the grass. I don't see the kids in no pool. They ain't going to school. They ain't going to no store. I need the motherfucking police over here right now. I need child service over right here. My name Big Dice. I'm standing out here. I'll be outside right now. I got an orange shirt on and a Brooklyn Veterans hat. I'm going to call y'all back in like 3 minutes if y'all ain't here. All right, cool. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck if my cousins, the most killers, murders. I don't give a fuck. Niggas I knew all my life get money. Yo, Dice, what you doing? I'm waiting on the police. What you waiting on the police for? I just called them. Fuck you just call the police for? This homie up in here got some bullshit going on with him and his kids. Yo, son, that shit is against the code. That shit is against your code. And if you give me a motherfucking notion that you playing with me about me holding up on my motherfucking morale, I'm going to clap you. So get in your car and leave or keep moving, because if you keep talking to me about what I know I'm doing is right, I'm going to do something to you, because I'm going to be in fear of the fact that you're going to try to do something. And I'm going to do something to you first. Simple and plain. I don't give a fuck how a nigga take it. I don't give a fuck how I take it. You hearing that from me. You asked me what I was doing. I told you what I'm doing. First of all, I didn't give you too much information. But since me and you supposed to be cool, I'm telling you what I'm doing. I just called the fucking police because this nigga up in there got some shit going on. I think some foul shit going on. Why does shit smell like this, my nigga? You don't smell that shit? Why the fuck is motherfucking sinks and shit like that in the goddamn yard, man? Why the fuck these kids ain't never going to school? Son, you know you out here I don't give a fuck what I'm out here doing. I don't give a fuck if I was out here selling chinchillas that I stole from Italians. You motherfuckers, I'm calling the police. I'm waiting on the police. Matter of fact, hold on for a minute because I'm about to call the police again. Hello? Yeah, I just called y'all 3 minutes ago, and I just told y'all that it's supposed to be somebody out here because of some shit going on with these kids in this house. I told y'all this is Big Dice. I don't know if I'm talking to the same operator or whatever like that, but it's 3 minutes, and I'm trying to... Oh, matter of fact, hold up. Matter of fact, you can get off the phone. My fault. I see the police right now. My fault. I love you. Praise God. Bye. That's word to mother. I don't give a fuck. He said a guy did that in Guatemala and the villagers would kill him. I seen something like that on Prime or Impact, though. That's a fact. My nigga's deaf to all pedophiles. First of all, I don't play with people. I don't play like that, man. I don't play like that. I think that shit is totally wrong. And the moral of the story is more people need to start speaking up for righteousness. So shout out to Grandma with that afro. Shout out to Grandma with the afro. She was looking like the OG. Remember that movie called Penitentiary with Leon Isaac Hayes? Remember that movie Dog Soldier? Remember that movie, Hank? If y'all seen the movie called Penitentiary with Leon Isaac Hayes, anybody seen that movie? It was an OG up in there with the glasses and the afro. That looked like that was her brother because they was wearing the same afro style. But I'm going to keep it funky with you. Shout out to her, and may Allah continue to bless her with all the blessings that she will get for calling the police and making sure the minute that nigga said that dumbass shit about that's being his wife and kids and all that shit, she got to doing what she was supposed to do because that shit is foul. You see that? Even Harley, and she a gangster. Y'all already know Harley with the shit. She said, I'm using the burnout phone and I'm calling 911. Fuck that. I don't care. We have been raised fucked up. We've been raised fucked up. We fucking ourselves up. We got to get our minds back in order. We have to recondition our foolish way of thinking. We have to start being more mindful of things that do not look, anything that looks sometimes crazy. We got to at least check on our peoples and make sure they all right. We can't just say they all right. Fuck, we mean they all right. That's a fact. That's a fact. Grandma looked just, that's my word. You see DMW laughing. Grandma looked just like, they look like they brother and sister. They had the mean afro. The old man told the man, he said, yo, you got a chance out there. He said, I ain't got nothing out there in them motherfucking streets, man. This where I'm at and this where I'm going to die, man. And that's what it's going to be. And he said, once I start thinking for something else other than what it really is, that's when I might go fucking crazy. That's one of the realest shits I ever heard in my life. The man told a nigga, he said, nigga, I'm going to die in jail. The nigga said, once I get that glimpse of hope in my motherfucking life, that these crackers might let me the fuck up out of here, he said, then is when I'm gonna fuck up and die in this motherfucker. Hold up, is that my man? Let me see that's you, Zeke. You can go back behind. Let me make sure that's you, beloved. Oh, got to make sure this is not nothing unjust, beloved. We got to make sure this is nothing unjust, beloved.
Nothing unjust, that's a fact.
We got Zeke Black up in the building. Talk up to me, Zeke. Happy holidays, beloved.
Yeah, happy holiday, beloved. Happy holiday, man. I was checking my way into work. I checked out listening to the content, man. It's great, man, because it's a lot of you guys don't know the law. A lot of people don't know what reality is. You're letting no disrespect, but people like my son speak for reality. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Facts.
If somebody's touching the kids and you decide you want to testify against that, there's nothing wrong with that. We don't protect pedophiles.
That's right.
We don't. We do not. If you protect the pedophile, talking about street codes, what street you came from?
Facts.
That's just it. If you're not going to kill him, what's the other option? See, that's the problem with a lot of these individuals. Y'all become fighting the power, but y'all got this weird wave, dice. We're still in the streets mentally, so we stand on principles and standards.
That's right.
That's
right.
You know what I'm saying? The reason why I touched on that was you mentioned grandma. Because you got grandma. Grandma might have fought the power back in the days.
That's a fact.
But now she's calling the police on uncle because uncle been having sex with the daughter.
And he
so how many of you men that's in the chat right now is okay with a 20-year-old man dating your 14-year-old daughter?
Facts.
And you won't do nothing to him because it's the street code. It's crazy.
Preach.
Crazy. Because if you don't kill him, you're allowing that. Am I right? If you don't kill him,
you're telling your daughter, quote unquote, it's cool to fuck with somebody that's sexually abusing her and is in your presence. That's a fact.
So if you don't kill him, you're allowing it.
You supposed to grab that nigga up, and he supposed to allegedly educational purposes only, but it's supposed it has to be a conversation. First of all, this is why we gotta be, and shout out to Zeke Black. His daughter just graduated. She just did that.
Yeah, did that. Yes.
She just did that. Go check his page out, and I tell y'all all the time, go subscribe to him. That's grown man shit. We gotta be in our kids' lives, because number one, ain't no 20-year-old nigga dating no 14-year-old daughter if I had one. Ain't nothing like that going on.
Yeah, and this is what y'all. So we know that this is an older chat. And there's some young guys there. There's some guys sitting with their grandkids watching this. Yo, why you're gonna learn something today, right? Yo, but my son, I'm using my son because he always say he stand on principle with street shit. You hear me? But you're not gonna. These dudes that you cherish, you don't know what fuck nigga shit they did in their lifetime. You just met them in jail and they was popular gang members.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You don't know them niggas personally. You don't know them from first to fifth grade. You just embraced them because they was in jail and they was popular in the yard.
You heard you just say that again one time. You don't know them from Wednesday?
You don't know them from first to fifth grade.
That's a fact. Very imperative years of gangsterism.
You was just a fan. You was just a fan of an individual that was popular in the yard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there's a lot of man fans.
That's right. Male groupies. That's what we call
them.
Solid gold dancers.
We see it all day in the yard. So what I'm trying to say, the reason why I use him for, because he's standing on principle, and a lot of you guys say what you don't do, right? Nipsey Hussle should be alive. So how does he die in the hands of some street shit if he's not in the street? Can't make this up.
Rest in peace.
Who fought is that? Rest in peace to them. Because you're playing with niggas that was similar to playing in the street. Be yourself. When Hector Marquez, the plug, owns 4 malls in Puerto Rico, and he don't eat where we eat. He don't mix where we mix. He don't hang out. So when y'all say the black Puerto Rican Jamaicans, a lot of us listen to idiots that tell us, yo, we still street niggas even though we're doing the right thing. Come on, Dice, you can't make this up, Dice.
That's right.
Dice, what grandpa told you after you fought that war? I bought this house, I got this job, you hear me?
That's right. That's right. I married your grandmother. I got out the goddamn streets. You ain't gonna bring that bullshit to my house. We're not going through that. You gotta leave. Y'all see, everybody see Menace to Society?
Yeah, y'all seen that?
You say you gotta leave. You got niggas outside getting stomped out. Kane, you got all these motherfuckers in front of my house. That nigga quote, you see Grandpa went to the Bible. He ain't never went to church, but he went to the Bible on him. He said, cast out the stone and the problem shall follow.
And like I said, this ain't a slander against my son. He's just a good example of getting caught with that inside-outside shit. There's no principle. The streets, I don't know. There's a song that Dice plays. Can't pick a child's shoe on, right? You can't. You can't
play both sides.
The streets has always been a dirty game. There's no honor in the street. There's honorable individuals in the street.
That's right.
Streets ain't honorable.
Talk.
If I need 10,000 and I got $10,000 worth of garbage, I'm gonna call you. Yo, son, I got some butter, son. You know what I'm saying?
I got some fucking butter, son.
And I'm gonna give it to you.
I want like 41 a G for it, but I'm gonna give it to you for 30.
With a short.
What?
Yeah, I love you, my nigga.
You gotta come get it all right now, though. You can't
get it
buy
right
it,
now.
You gotta come get it all. If you ain't spending 30, you gotta be. I
Nigga,
need you to buy it all.
from 1st to 6th grade. I know you're gonna call me in the next 20 minutes.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
None of that
Once
shit.
you put
I'm
that
back.
bread in my hand, Zeke,
it's over.
I'm already in a cab on the way to White Castles. You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly, it's over. And when you call me, I'm gonna remember some shit that happened in 3rd grade. I'm gonna bring that shit back up. Remember that shit with John? We was playing Legos.
That's the fact. You knew I liked Sheila. You knew I liked Sheila. You knew I liked Sheila. I bought the blue and white motherfucking Pumas. You gonna come with the black and gold ones. You knew she was gonna jump on you because of the black and gold ones. I ain't like you since then. I ain't like you since then.
You just had honorable individuals that I salute, and that's what we call the cloth.
That's facts.
You can't break the cloth, right? I seen a show about BG. They said BG's telling, did I actually hear what he did? Wait a minute, he ain't tell. Because the process, let me tell you something. If me and Dice are in a car, hear this clearly for those that have been in jail. And I say at that moment, yo, Dice, that's my gun, that's not Dice's gun. They gotta let Dice go unless he got warrants.
That's right.
But if we both play stupid in the car and they process us, we both go to jail.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
And that's when the affidavits fly around. Yo, Zeke, you ain't got a record. Yo, just take this. The lawyer tells you you're gonna go to jail. And I'll say, but you're not gonna get what he's gonna get. But when you send an affidavit, you know you're gonna do some jail time.
And the bulk part is, Zeke, you're some real shit. I don't know how you brought it up. That's cloth talk. Shout out to a cat. But if you want to hear about him, go to St. Laz. It's called They Try to Over the Root of All Money, about a dude that I was real close to. You dig?
Yeah, shout out to St. Laz.
Me up over some paper. This is some real story. Zeke got me in the cloth.
Yeah, shout out to St. Laz.
Clausen and Park Place, right? Zeke, we coming from Clausen and Park Place. Educational purposes only. We got a pound of African mud in the car.
What year is this, Dice? Well, we'll do good to you. We'll good to you. Sorry.
This is 94. We come down Clausen. The cab driver now bugged us out. We ain't got the whip back then. We took the cab up there. We go into the weed, get the P, spend $19.25, walk up, catch the cab because the cabs was all in Brooklyn. It's on Sharon McLeod. We jump in the cab on Clausen. The spot was on Clausen and Park Place, if anybody know. It was called Teeny Dreads. Make a long story short, the cab, he goes straight up and makes the left on St. John's, Zeke. Now, I'm thinking he gonna go to Eastern Parkway, but he goes to St. John's. So St. John's is a two-way street.
Yeah.
And on Eastern Parkway, it's a 3-lane street. So you ain't gonna really have to worry about no nigga busting no U on you. Yo, Zeke, it's me and my nigga. We in the cab. Here go the D's. They coming up towards Rogers Avenue. We going towards Nostrand Avenue. These niggas turn their neck and look at us like they in a horror movie. I tell my nigga, I say, yo, boy, they coming. I tell the cab driver, shout out to the cab driver. I say, yo, Dread, yo, mash it, my you. You know what the cab driver do? that nigga mash that shit.
Yeah.
When he get the nostrand, he make the right. When he make the right, he fucked up. Because when he made the right, if he could have just got the Lincoln and made the left, the congestion would have caught the D's behind us. But when he made the right, that nigga pulled right into the congestion. Them niggas backed us out. So now we pushing the bud under the middle of the bar of the director under the seat. Check this out. I can't make this shit up. I never hug my grandmother if I'm lying. The D's pull us out the car. The first Spanish dude, he go through the car. He don't find nothing.
Yeah.
The black nigga go in the car, Z.
Oh, God.
He say, yo, what's this? Yo, Shaq, I see you in the building. Niggas talking about what's what. Now, make a long story short, they didn't catch nothing on me. They ain't catch nothing on the nigga I was with. But we in a city cab. Check this out. We're in a city cab. We ain't in no car. This ain't my car. This ain't his fucking car. You understand what I'm saying to you? The motherfucking D's grab us. If I'm lying, may I never played chess with my grandfather. Ironically, we on St. John, we on Nostrand between St. John's and Lincoln. So the precinct that we going to is my precinct, 77 precinct. We get to the precinct. When we get to the precinct, them niggas said we had 11 ounces. Don't ask me why. The D asked us in the van. He said, yo, where y'all get this shit from? I said, get what from? That shit ain't mine. You dig what I'm saying? My man, yo, Zeke, I see it in his face. He's shaking like a stripper. He ready to holler. He ready to go, ah! I'm just looking at the nigga going, my nigga, be easy. This ain't it. This ain't it. You hear what I'm saying? So when we get to the 77 precinct, they run our names. This what they saying. Shout out to the police. Them niggas is like, yo, I'm not writing this shit up for both of y'all. One of y'all niggas is going home and one of y'all niggas is going to jail. So this what we gonna do. We gonna give y'all some time to decide who going to jail and who the fuck going home. We in the 77 precinct. I'm looking at my nigga. He looking at me. I'm like, yo, boy, check this out. That's not my bud. He like, but they told us one of us. I said, here we go. You did. So when it come back, I tell a nigga, I say, yo, check this out. What we doing, boy? Ironically, I'm supposed to be going out of town that weekend.
Yeah.
When they come back, they say, you know what, Mr. Reed, that's your weed. My last name is McClack. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on, what they talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like Gazoo on the Flintstones. You dig what I'm saying? The little green alien. What y'all mean, Mr. Reed, that's his? I'm like, yo, that ain't my man weed. They like, yo, Dice, shut the fuck up. Mind your fucking business. That's his. He already got 3 open drug charges from Washington Square Park. I said, 3 open drug charges? And I remembered my nigga was on a bond out because he used to be up there in 14th Street selling crack. They said, that's yours. Dice, you going home. I said, nah, my nigga. That ain't his weed. You know what this nigga gonna say?
What?
Go ahead home, son. I knew they was gonna know it was. He said, go ahead home, son. I knew they knew it was ours. What? You knew they knew it was ours?
Oh.
That's not my fucking weed. I'm still saying that shit, Zeke, to this day. You dig what I'm saying? He said, don't worry about it. Just my word. We gets up out of there. I tell my mans and them what happened. If anything, we'd have went through the system and they'd have threw the shit out.
Yeah.
But the nigga had 3 open fucking cases that he didn't tell niggas about. We knew about 1 case he had, Zeke, because his mom's bonded him out on that case. We didn't know about the 2 other open cases.
Yeah.
That's different cloth right there, Zeke. Stocky B said, ours? To this day, that wasn't my bud. That's why you got to know what you're doing and who you're around, man. This shit is different out here, man. That ain't snitching. That's doing the right thing. Them kids up in there getting sexually assaulted and molested and traumatized by that man. He acting like he ain't do nothing. Shit. He better be glad the goons ain't get him. Them boogeymen ain't pull his ass out the motherfucking house. They probably, he see, them type of wild-ass, predator-ass niggas be knowing the type of neighborhoods to go to where certain shit gonna be allowed because they be in weird-ass environments where niggas be having weird activity anyway, like that motherfucking first Purge and shit. Motherfucker from the Purge, that nigga was the fucking security analyst and showed people, quote unquote, how to protect their homes. And the whole time they was upset with him because he was the richest person in the neighborhood off of a security device that he created that kept them safe during the purge, and they wanted to kill him. What the fuck type of shit is that, y'all? Yo, Zeke, what up, baby? Zeke might be in a bad area. Yeah, Zeke was in a bad area, y'all. He'll pull back up. He'll pull back up. That's a cold-blooded story, man. If I told y'all some of the crazy shit I done been through. And shout out to Zeke Black for pulling up and blessing the stage. Y'all know the link is dropped. Y'all want to pull up. Only thing you got to do before you pull up here, you got to show me it's you before I let you up on the stage. For now or future reference, everybody got to understand that. You got to pull up on here. You got to show me your face. And then for January, starting New Year's, like I said, I'd appreciate it. And I appreciate all the people that's with my membership. I appreciate y'all. I need all the members that I can get because I'm going to start doing, quote unquote, some loyalty shows to the members only. You dig what I'm saying? Loyalty shows to the members only. Where the interaction is only going to be with the members for their loyalty and their bond and their rapport that we got with each other, because everything helps the channel grow. Everything helps the channel grow. Everything helps the channel grow, and I appreciate that. For the New Year's, it's another thing I'm focusing on. If people do not have a podcast, first of all, y'all already know how I feel about certain shit. Ain't no goofy ass shit coming up here anyway, but if you do not have a podcast, you will not be up here. The only reason why you will be up here if you do not have a podcast is if you are family. To the family members, y'all know who y'all are, and y'all will always be up here. But to the people that just be floating around in these chats, trying to be over-opinionated and disrupting chats with bullshit and foolishness and coming with negative energy, like y'all seen, I showed the replay. Shout out to Cuba the Bronx, Black to the Beat, Black Soul, Wax AP. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go subscribe to all them channels. 050 China Brim. If it's not, y'all see the shit I showed y'all yesterday, the weird shit I went through. Like, it's so sad that you cannot just go support people in their chats because of the trolls. Shout out to Cuba the Bronx for informing us yesterday. I never knew that they are employing people to troll. Harley said, Dice, you got to remember back in the days, my black grandma always said, keep the type stuff in the house. Never tell nobody our business. You're right. And the reason why our family said that, we got to break that curse too. We got to stop doing that too. Let me tell you why. Because I went through that very same conversation when I was upset about the situation with my uncle and my little cousin. But let me tell you what my great aunt said to me. She said some deep shit to me. So I have to understand certain things that was passed down to us. But we have to understand those times are over. The reason why our ancestors and our great aunts and great uncles and great grandfathers and great grandmothers are so used to telling us, don't let people outside know what's going on in our house, because back then they didn't have the assistance and the resources that we have now today, folks. I'm going to help y'all break this. We're going to start this today, and I want y'all to start implementing this for the New Year's. Back then, they did not have domestic violence shelters. Back then, they did not have sexual abuse shelters. Back then, they did not have victimization programs. Back then, they did not have alcoholism programs. Back then, they did not have suicide hotlines and so forth and so forth. We have to start taking advantage of the resources that are available to us now. Those reasons back in the days why our ancestors, and you hear older family members say, don't tell people certain things, is because of this reason right here. I had to have my great aunt pull my tail over this. She said, baby, when our ancestors were slaves, the minute some turmoil or some disruption happened within a household or a black slave home, the master of the plantation immediately would sell off the problem. Meaning, If they're having a problem with granddad, he getting sold. If you're having a problem with your son, he's getting sold. If you're having a problem with your daughter, she's getting sold. If you're having a problem with Paul, he's getting sold. If you're having somebody that want to trade some wheat for that brand new baby that's going to work hard in their plantation, they're going to get sold. Anything to show us, quote unquote, the power and the dominant that they had over us. So our parents were so afraid of ancestral things that were passed down spiritually and physically by saying, keep our problems in the home, because they had no one to help them, y'all. They had no one to help them, y'all. We got to stop saying that. We have people to help us now. Number one, that was slavery times. We didn't have unity. We didn't have a lot of things that we got goons in the street now that's not going to allow nobody to violate y'all no more, sisters. Y'all got men, y'all got brothers, y'all got activists, you got police, you got firemen, you got the nigga you fucking on the side. You got some niggas that ain't gonna let y'all get hurt no more, ladies. To the brothers that need somebody to talk to, there's certain people that you can talk to. There's certain groups. Shit, you can come here and talk to me and let it out, and we can get to some type of resolution. We're gonna spread love over here. We have resources now. We do not have to hold things in and worry about what the world is going to say because somebody is suffering from mental illness or suffering from a disease that was implanted in them through their mind from a child. We got to start erasing all that shit. We got to start reprogramming the way that we think. That's a fact. I had to learn that from her. She said that happened many generations before us. Miss Jazzy said, in honor of your great aunt, you should do a show about the resources available to the people that's in need of help. And that's a fact, and I will do that. See, that's things. I take all that, and I take that in the... See, I don't know if you missed the show, Jazz. We did a show, and I always keep this up since we did that show. I did a show on mental health and the effects of it, because how it messes with us in a totality as a whole. These are just these are 15 reasons what causes mental effect and stuff like that. Then I also did something on the Kohlberg's theory of just moral development. And it all goes back to what? Mental illness, if certain things are not instructed and taught to you as you are groomed, like they say. Yeah, this is where the adults hang out. And if y'all think we was trying to be sharp last year, just wait till you see what I got in store for us for the new year. Like I said, shout out to the legend himself. We got the God, Boxing Unique, that's going to come up and bless the stage. After coming home, one of the first members of the UBN Nation. He's an author now, and he has his own wine out. You can go get his book right now on Amazon. It's called Memoirs of a Ghetto Bastard. I'm talking about legendary events is about to take place. And we're going to talk to these kids. And then we're going to talk to these adults too, because a bunch of these men and women are caught up in their second childhood. And unfortunately, they didn't have people that really break certain things. It's not people don't want to know. People didn't have anybody to take the time to break it down to them. And since I knew that was a blessing that I always had, I was blessed with family members and friends that took the time to break down why it was not right to do certain things. They took the time to break down the consequences of doing certain things. And one thing, most importantly, they talked to me about was the advocation and the respect of authority. And my grandmother, if she didn't do nothing for me, y'all, if she didn't do nothing for me, she taught me something that all of y'all need to take into consideration before I get out of here. Always put God first. I love y'all. I see y'all later. Salute.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?